this whole weekend, and it kicked off this morning with the Juneteenth parade. Right now you can see it's happening on Milwaukee's north side. Very exciting, a beautiful shot down the street here for it. Our Bria Jones is actually live there right now. We're going to go to her because she's been reporting on this all morning. And Bria, vibes are high down there. Tell me what's going on.
Honestly, Maddie, the vibes are immaculate. You can probably hear the crowd behind me. You can see this shot is beautiful, and I think it's just a true representation of what Juneteenth is, which is a celebration of resilience, freedom, and perseverance. This is a celebration. This is the day that we celebrate June 19th. This is when the last slaves in Galveston, Texas learned that they were finally free 2.5 years after the emancipation in 1865. And today we honor our ancestors not only with dance and music and rhythm and food, because there are so many vendors. There's a collaboration. This is the 55th annual Juneteenth Jubilee Parade, and we're nearing the end of the parade. The celebration is not stopping. The party here on King Drive is going to about 4 o'clock. It is probably not even going to stop then, but you didn't hear that from me. But the parade, our FOX6 series, we were in the parade. We had freebies here. We're located at MLK and Keefe, so if you guys are watching the Wisconsin Live Desk or you're streaming us from Fox Local, you know, and you're local, you're here in Milwaukee, come by and say hi, because FOX6, we're still hunkered down here at MLK and Keefe. But Maddie, I can tell you the celebration here has been absolutely phenomenal. There is the opening ceremony that's happening right now where we've had so many of our dignitaries, Cavalier Johnson, Mayor of Milwaukee, David Crowley, who is obviously the county executive here in Milwaukee County. And here, that's Mr. Ruben Harpo. He is actually the Grand Marshal of the parade. So let's listen into him right now.
He used to rent the bikes for 25 cents an hour and 50 cents for 3 hours. And then he had a 1937 Buick limousine that he would drive down the street, down the Wisconsin Avenue during the parade. And the bicycles would be behind him. And I would be in the back seat talking to my grandfather. So this is very important to me. I've been working with the University of Wisconsin, and also with Dan Bader and the Bader Foundation, and we've accomplished quite a bit. I had a program during the summer where I had 105 boys that were going up to Campion High School in Prairie City, Wisconsin. Many of them now are doctors and lawyers and accountants and all over the country. One's in Meridian, Mississippi, with doctors and nurses working for him. The other one's in West Virginia, and his son just graduated from Morehouse with Dr. Kane graduated, and he had working with his father. So I'd like to thank you all, and happy Juneteenth Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome up County Board Supervisor Priscilla Coggs-Jones.
Hey, Milwaukee, how y'all feeling out there? When I say June, you say Teenth. June. June. When I say June, you say Teenth. Oh, wait, y'all got to get more louder than that. This is celebration, baby. When I say June, you say Teenth. June. June. When I say June, you say Teenth. June. June. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have the privilege of being the third generation Coggs to hold a seat as a Milwaukee County Board of Supervisor. This right here is the heart of the city. This right here writes the name across nations as one of the best Juneteenth parades, hands down, y'all. Y'all give it up for that. Y'all give it up for the directors and those who have set the footprint for us to do what we do here today. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to y'all, I'm sorry, I'm taking over your job. Who's coming up next? Is it Malala? Okay, I have the privilege of introducing to y'all my cousin, Big Cuz, Alderwoman 6th District, me Lele A. Coggs. Y'all give it up for her, y'all. What an introduction. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are here to celebrate the 55th annual Juneteenth celebration here in Milwaukee, so I know we got more energy tonight. Let's try it again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. As was mentioned, I am Alderwoman Milele A. Cobbs, and I have both the honor and the privilege of representing the 6th Automatic District. I also have the honor of being the 2nd ever Miss Juneteenth. I know the practice, the work, the studying, the energy that these young people put into competing for these titles and these scholarships. I had the privilege of sitting and watching them as well. And let me just say, we have some talented young people to be proud of. So I do want to, again, give it up for the young people. As I prepared to speak with you all today, I thought about the things I ordinarily say. I thought about how Juneteenth is a time for us to reflect on all that has been done in order for us to fight for our freedom and the freedoms that we now enjoy. I also thought about the fact that we're here on this day, on these streets, so that we can celebrate how far we've come, but that on tomorrow we must wake up and think about how much work we still have to do, because freedom ain't free. But right now, this year and the last, I've had a little bit of a heavy heart, like I'm sure many of you. Every time I look at social media, every time I turn on the TV, every time I read the newspapers and see something I never thought possible when I was a child in class, in history class, learning about all the great things that our ancestors did, learning about the level of resilience, the level of fight, and the blood, sweat, and tears that they poured in for us to enjoy the freedoms that we now have today. What I figured out this last year and a half is that we no longer just have to think about how much further we have to go. We have to fight to preserve the legacy of the freedoms that our ancestors fought and died for. And that fight is not just political. That fight is every day on the block. That fight is every day in our own cities. That fight is every day in every household. And that fight is every day and every year and every opportunity we have with elections as well. So on today, as we celebrate Juneteenth and celebrate our freedom and celebrate how far we've come, we must also get ready to get our armor on and get ready for battle. Because just like our ancestors paid a price for us to have the liberties we now have, we must pay a price. Whatever that may be, and fight in the ways that we are able to ensure not only that we move forward in the future, but that we preserve the legacy of the freedoms that they too fought for. So today, for Juneteenth, I always give a citation for Northcott. This citation is from the Common Council. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll read a couple of lines, but I would ask my colleagues who are present, who are also members of the Common Council. I see you, Alderman Chambers, come on forward. I know President Jose Perez is with us as well. I know Alderwoman Charlotte Moore is with us as well. The work that we do at City Hall, we don't do alone. That's it. It is 15 members. And for all of you who might love some of the work that I do, know that I could not do it without the help of other members. I'm going to ask y'all to come forward with me. And Mr. Kearney, if you could come forward too.
I want to share the court.
And whereas Juneteenth Day is a national event commemorating freedom proclaimed to all enslaved people of African descent in the South by Union General Gordon Granger on June 19, 1865 in Galveston, Texas. Nearly 2.5 years after the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. And whereas Milwaukee has one of the longest running Juneteenth celebrations in the nation, and Juneteenth Day is an essential event in Milwaukee and fulfills the mission of the Northcott Neighborhood House by providing programs for the neighborhood, the community, and local youth. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of the City of Milwaukee herewith recognizes Northcott Neighborhood House for its sponsorship of the 55th Annual Juneteenth Day celebration in the city of Milwaukee, and wishes the organization continued success in fulfilling its mission. And be it further resolved that a suitably engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Tony County, Executive Director of Northcott Neighborhood House, and the Juneteenth Planning Committee, introduced by Common Council Member Milela A. Cox and signed by all Common Council members. Happy Juneteenth, everybody!
For those of you just tuning in, this is a live look and listening in to the Juneteenth Jubilee Parade in Milwaukee right now on Martin Luther King Drive. We've got a ceremony to the right of us, and then our drone shot just showing the stretch down MLK Drive of all of the people participating in the parade right now. Very active scene on Milwaukee's north side, and a very exciting day. This is the 55th annual celebration for Juneteenth here in Milwaukee. Looks like our Bria Jones might be back to join us. Let's see if we can get her in here. All right, I think
Yes.
we got her. We
Maddie,
got her.
I'm here. You have me?
Yes, I got
Yes.
you. Oh my gosh, catch me up. I'm so excited to talk to you. I know you've been there all day. Tell me what your favorite part's been so far, who you've talked to. I mean, we already know that the vibes are immaculate,
Okay.
but I need to hear
Yes.
more.
Okay, I don't even really know where to start. Honestly, this is probably my third year participating. This is my third year participating in the parade, but honestly, this is my first year doing it in this capacity. And I think that probably is my favorite part of this, being able to lend a voice to Juneteenth coverage. And honestly, I think that's what's been so special for me, from our preview coverage on Weekend Wake Up, through our TikToks and our videos and our newscasts, and really just pushing people to King Drive. And I'm really proud of what we have been able to do as a station. And today, again, this is our commitment to the community, because when we say "because you matter," guys, it's not a joke. It's a real thing. We care about you. We love you. This is our community, and this is when we show up. We show up in the moments when it matters most. And so I'm just so honored and proud to be a part of this team. We were walking in the parade, which you guys got to see in our Real Milwaukee takeover that started at 10 o'clock, all the way through the 11, where me and Kim Murphy were out here side by side, really just detailing and breaking down what today is really all about. And if you don't know, Juneteenth, also known as Emancipation Day, it commemorates the end of slavery. This is the day that the last slaves in Galveston, Texas learned of their freedom in 1865. That was 2.5 years after the emancipation. And today we honor our ancestors. We honor them, their resilience, their perseverance, and really the struggle to overcome, in the days, weeks, months, years, decades that followed. And so here we are in 2026 in Milwaukee, celebrating one of the longest Juneteenth celebrations in the country. This is the 55th annual Juneteenth Jubilee Parade. I'm going to turn my head. Oh, we got some horseback riders over here. We have another shot, Maddie. I don't know if you can punch that up right now, and I'll still talk over it. But we have our amazing photojournalists out here. They are manning the cameras. This is the tail end of the parade, and I don't want you to miss it. So again, there's just been so much going on out here. This is the Milwaukee Police Department. They are ending our parade here. I think they might be ready to come through and sweep and clean this thing up, folks, because they don't play around. There's a team. I can't even really begin to describe to you what exactly goes into this parade, because it's really just so much. Here we are. I'm looking down at the list now. We have been going through, there are over 155 names here. There are 165 floats in this parade, guys, and that was what we were just seeing. The horses that we saw, that's Brew City Cowboys and Grows too. And so it really has been a fantastic Juneteenth out here. This is the end of the Juneteenth parade. Folks, it started at 9:01. It is now 12:14, and we are seeing the final float move through. So really just incredible, honestly, just incredible to see and to think about so many people showing up and showing out year after year. What is that? Maddie, maybe help me with the math here. This parade has been going on for over 3 hours, folks. We saw from the very start, we saw the Juneteenth court Then we saw our dignitaries, Mayor Cavalier Johnson, County Executive David Crowley. Then we have the opening ceremony. I'm not sure if that's still going on, but over there we had Governor Tony Evers, or at least a representative from his office, joining. We had so many different dignitaries that serve the county and the city also as well, taking the stage, really taking a moment to pause, to honor, and to reflect on this day. When we talk about Juneteenth, the theme this year is honoring the past and empowering the future, and that is what this has been all about. Juneteenth actually this year having their first ever social media committee, which isn't that crazy to think about. I know, Maddie, that's kind of your thing. Andrew, you just ran by me here. He's walking by. I know he's going to join you guys soon on the Wisconsin Live Desk, but really just so much energy. It's so high. This is a beautiful celebration. This is a moment in time that we'll always remember. This is the 55th year, and I know they even want to do it even bigger for the 60th. And next year, Maddie, you got to get out here with us. We have been giving out so many freebies. I don't even think we have anything left, folks. We had bags, we had shirts, we had lunch boxes. I mean, there was just so much. And it's just been such a beautiful day. And thankfully, we've also had the perfect weather for it. And it's funny to see now MPD kind of blocking things off. But you see that there from the Skyfox shot there. We have another incredible photojournalist, Mickey Leach, manning that camera. This is Skyfox. So this is the tail end of the parade. That's the horses that I was telling you about. That is the Brew City Cowboys and Girls too. And the party is not stopping here. The celebration on King Drive is going all the way until 4 o'clock. The party is going on. The parade actually stops at Locust. So best believe there are people that are still further down King Drive that are waiting for the parades to pass them. And so this thing is not ending anytime soon. Our coverage, we're going to stay out here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Maddie, you can see all the different camera angles and shots that we have.
Yeah.
Has the opening ceremony wrapped up yet, or is that still happening?
No, the opening ceremony is still happening right now. I actually, County Supervisor Priscilla Cox-Jones was doing a chant, and I want to do it with you now. I'm sure you've probably heard it there already, but she goes, I say June, you say teenth. June.
Teen.
Okay, let's try one more time.
Okay.
I say June, you say teenth. June.
Teenth.
June.
Teenth.
I know, a bit of a delay there, so we'll get it good. But
I
yeah,
know, it's a delay.
No, but manifesting,
but guys, hopefully there's not a delay in it.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. It was perfect. Honestly, for you being out there and me being in Brown Deer, I think it was perfect. But you're right. I need to start practicing, and we need to practice that chant because you're right, manifesting.
Yes.
I want to be out there with you guys next year. It looks like so much fun. And as Bria said, the fun is just beginning there at Martin Luther King Drive for the parade. So excited, Bria. We're going to check in with you in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us here. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. And as Bria teased, Andrew Muzu will be joining us from the parade festivities happening right now, right after this quick break. Stay with us.
This is the Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. I'm Maddie Stelk. 12:22, time check. It is truly Friday, you guys. On your Friday afternoon, we made it, and the festivities are just getting underway in Milwaukee. Let's give you a live look right now from our FOX drone down Martin Luther King Drive right now on Milwaukee's north side, where the 55th annual Juneteenth celebration is underway. We're joined by our reporter Andrew Amuzu right now, who's been there, part of the festivities all morning long. Andrew, looks like you've got someone who's going to talk to us a little bit more about the celebrations happening right now.
Oh, you bet, Maddie. And before we get to that, I do want to say this is my second time coming to the Juneteenth, especially the Jubilee celebration, the parade, and it was truly remarkable. I know it's been going on for 55 years. This year, truly remarkable, and it's definitely an honor to be able to be part of this entire experience as well. But I know someone, and we were joined by someone, Chris Speaks, who, you're a Milwaukee native.
I am.
You've been here before. So we'll start off with that. How does it feel to be able to continue this tradition, this Milwaukee tradition, especially for Juneteenth?
It is so amazing. As you were saying, this is the 55th celebration, and we all know Milwaukee is one of the founding cities, and so it's just amazing to be able to be a part of that. My birthplace has this large connection to Juneteenth.
Yeah, for sure. And I know it's definitely something, it's not just, when I spoke with one of the organizers, they said this is not just African-American history. This is American history, and it's obviously being celebrated from coast to coast. But I feel like, and maybe I'm a little biased, Milwaukee does it the best.
Milwaukee does it the best. Absolutely, Milwaukee does the best. Do you see all this beauty, all these people? We absolutely does it the best.
Yes. And I know we're towards the tail end. I know they're starting to clean up and everything like that. So I feel like the picture now doesn't really tell the full picture of what happened throughout this morning. But I'm sure we'll get to more of that later on. But I know, even with your role in the city, do you want to just sort of share your role in the city, especially when it comes to the National Association for Black Journalists?
Yes, I am a part of the National Association of Black Journalists, Milwaukee. I'm one of the leaders on the organization. I am the VP of Digital for the board, and I take so much joy in serving our communities. First and foremost, our members. We are, our organization is designed to support our members, Black media professionals, with personal development and, events and things that we provide to help them to, do what they do in the field, whatever that capacity is. So journalists plus media professionals, now, we have podcasts and, all these different type of things. So we support those individuals as well in media.
Yeah, and even talk about the next generation too, because there's a lot of, especially college students, that are just about to step into their new professional role as well. Talk about how important that is to educate the next generation.
It is so important, and we are always looking to expand our membership, particularly growing with college students. It's so important because we are the generation that can pass the knowledge down to them. Not to say that they don't have knowledge, but we can provide our expertise of, the things we've been doing in the field, some mistakes that we have made, we can help them so that they can be better when they're out here, whether it's working in public relations, whether it's working, in the media, on TV, like all these things. So it's so important to be able to pour into the next generation.
Yeah, and you're doing that not just by obviously encouraging people to join the journalism industry in any way, shape, or form, but there was also an event not too long ago, a men's event at G's Clippers. You want to expand more on that?
Yes. So last week we had a Black men's health event at G's Clippers, and it was such a beautiful time to see the Black men being poured into. So we were able to provide them, a panel of experts that was able to speak to mental health, that was able to speak to the spiritual aspect, all components, of health and wellness that be able to help them to live and be greater as a holistic person.
And I know they don't stop there. I know you mentioned some more events and still getting confirmed with the dates and everything like that, but there's a lot more that we even talked about as well.
That was our second annual event.
Second annual?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot more in store, not just for that, but
so much more in store. So that's why you have to, check us out, support us as we support you.
Yeah, for sure. What is next for you later today? I know there's a street festival coming up. Are you going to stop there? What's next on the agenda?
I'm hang around a little bit, be with, friends and family, just enjoy the culture. That's what I love about coming to Juneteenth. You get to see everybody dressed up, or if they're not dressed up, but we're coming together for a great cause to really uplift each other. So that's what I love to see. It's the beautiful imagery of people.
Yeah, for sure. Honoring the past, but of course empowering the future.
Yes.
Community-centric. I mean, you have all of that right here, and especially along MLK Drive. So, Maddie, I know that was a whole lot, but it just speaks to the impact not only of a simple parade, one might say, but really this Milwaukee tradition that carries on, and groups like NABJ Milwaukee that's continuing to move that forward, even in the media industry.
Yeah, Andrew, I was going to ask a lot of important things you guys touched on there, and I think especially with the acting forward, as a member of the younger generation yourself, I mean, how does it feel to be here today and to spread the word, about the history, but then also acting forward for and being like a voice for the next generation?
It's truly been nothing short of a blessing. I mean, I remember being here. This is my second time, as I mentioned, being here at the Juneteenth Jubilee parade. And when I was first here, I was an intern. I was interning. I was still in school. So it was really cool to see just the behind the scenes from the media aspect. But also, that was my first time really seeing a whole community rally together, especially growing up in the Chicagoland area. We didn't really have huge parades just like this. So that's what really caught my eye, especially what makes Milwaukee very unique. And now being back here, of course, seeing FOX6, of course, being all over this this parade and the celebration, and continuing that throughout the rest of the day has truly been an honor and a blessing. And I know that the next generation, they look up to us. There was even a part today where some kids came up to our photojournalist Liam and was trying to hold the camera themselves. I think the camera was maybe 2 times their size, but still speaks to the empowerment, the impact that even journalism, local journalism can have on the next generation.
No, absolutely. I was even seeing there were little kids behind you walking during your live shot, looking at you. Just a really cool, probably for. They're gone now. They're down the road now, but they were behind you just a few minutes ago. But it was really cool to see like the impact that you're having in real time. So just like props to you for being out there and for doing your thing, and so great to hear from a local Milwaukee connection so close to NABJ and other organizations. Andrew, before I let you go, there's this chant that I've been trying to get going because we heard it during the ceremony. I don't know how much the delay is going to be, but I'm going to try it. I tried it with Bria. Okay, ready. I say June, you say teenth. June.
Teen.
June.
Teen.
Yes, okay, the delay's a little bit there still, but Andrew, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. So much fun down there in Milwaukee's North Side on Martin Luther King Drive. Again, the parade coming to an end, but as Bria said, the festivities just beginning. I mean, look at this shot. Amazing, amazing turnout for the 55th annual celebration here in Milwaukee. We're going to check in with our Bria Jones right after we take a quick break here on the Wisconsin Live Desk, but keep it right here. Vibes are high. It's Friday. You're not going to want to miss the rest of our coverage. Stay with us.
Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. Top of the half hour here. Let's take you back out to Milwaukee's north side where Juneteenth celebrations are well underway. This is the 55th annual Jubilee for Juneteenth parade happening right now in downtown Milwaukee. The parade just wrapping up, but as our Bria Jones said, the festivities are just beginning. Let's get back out to her right now. And Bria, we had this incredible shot earlier of all of these tents lining MLK Drive. Tell me a little bit about what people can expect if they go there right now.
Maddie, there is so much that people can expect. I love how there's this MPD cruiser behind me. The parade is over. You see the reflective vest there. They're now starting to clean up on this end. But as you saw on the drone shot, people are still out here. You can probably still hear those drums in the background because the parade, while it's past MLK and Keefe, it is still going on, baby, okay? We got dancers. We have so many different organizations from Versity, the Blood Bank. There we go. There's our Sky Fox. You can see those tents there. Inside of those tents, it's getting yummy. There's so many delicious food options. There's so many vendors out there. They have really just a wide variety of vendors. I don't even think there are dozens and dozens of vendors and just resources as well. I think that's also what people don't really realize. It's not just a festival. It is so much more than a festival. There's literally something for everyone here. And I know we can say that about so many different things, but guys, they have planned this to a T, okay? Because once the parade passes by, you keep on going, and once you get to the end and even past Locust, there you will find your food trucks, your vendors. You see the tents. They're selling African garb. They're selling handmade, unique crafted items. Even from like different local organizations or different nonprofits are also out there passing out pamphlets. Obviously, Bader Philanthropies is a big part in all of this. You know, they're out there. They're letting people know about their services, what they do. The nonprofits, organizations, they're promoting themselves. But then you have your small-owned businesses. You have your folks with a lemonade stand. You have your folks with lemonade stand. You have your vendors selling your food. You know, there's so much going on. There's literally an endless amount of fun here. I want to bring us. Come on, come say hi. We're live on the Wisconsin Live Desk. This is what it's all about. The community. What's your name?
Brenda.
Brenda is here with us. She said, "Happy Juneteenth." Wave to the camera, Brenda.
Hello, happy Juneteenth Day.
You know, I don't know if this mic will pick up, but what does Juneteenth mean to you?
Togetherness, coming together and seeing people that I haven't seen in forever. It's just been a blessing today.
And that's honestly really a part of it. It's been a family reunion, and the real treat here is meeting so many FOX6ers.
Yes.
Like Brenda just pulled up, and I saw her pull out a camera, and she was gonna take a picture of me.
You're my favorite.
And
One of my favorites.
Say it again for the people in the
One
back.
of my favorites.
You're one of my favorites. So it's really, we've been meeting so many of our vendors, and when she said togetherness, okay, that's really what this has been all about. There are thousands of people that are out here enjoying the parade, and Maddie Stelp, our streaming host here, she was asking me about the tents. I haven't had a chance to get down there yet. I'm just speaking from past experience, but I know there's the vendors, there are countless resources. We got the teen zone, veteran zone, kids zone, senior zone. There are literally resources for everyone. But what did you see? Did you make it to some of the tents? And if so, what did you see?
Food. My thing was I wanted to get some corn and barbecue and popcorn.
Did you get all those, sir?
And I got all of those things.
Okay, she
And
got
I
all
stopped-
of those things.
I stopped by and peeked at my old people at Community Advocates, but I didn't see anyone that were familiar. So hi, you guys.
Okay, tell us about Community Advocates, because I want to hone in on the resources. I know the Veteran Zone, we had them on our weekend preview show, and just talking about how they're offering resources to veterans that are out here at Juneteenth, letting them know, hey, we're having a party, but we're also celebrating you and taking care of you beyond this. But what were you saying about the organization you were looking out for?
It's a nonprofit organization that's been around this year, I do believe, for 50 years.
Wow, that's incredible.
With housing, tenant landlord issues, basically a whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
Okay, those are things that are really needed. There are a lot of people, we do a lot of stories about tenant housing issues.
Yep.
But again, Maddie, this is what it's all about, togetherness. This is the family reunion of thousands of people. Some of them are familiar with each other, but some of them are meeting each other today, like me and Brenda.
Yeah, first time.
Well, happy Juneteenth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I can
you.
put a face with everything.
Of course. Thank you for joining us on the Wisconsin Live Desk.
I love you guys.
And we love you. Thank
We
you
love
so
you,
much,
Brenda.
Maddie. Happy Juneteenth. Maddie says she loves you too. She says she loves you back. She loves you too.
No, yeah.
So yeah, Maddie, there's really something for everyone here.
No, it's amazing just seeing the community aspect too. And also I was talking to Andrew about it because none of us are from Milwaukee. I mean, I'd like to think we're all part of the Milwaukee community now, but we were saying like both of us are from Chicago. And I know you're from down south in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm from down south.
Yeah,
Memphis.
so
yeah, Memphis is my home.
Yeah, so what is it like
I'm trying
just
to move
seeing?
these flyaways because it's so breezy.
No, you're good. I just wanted to ask.
I'm doing a good job.
Because people are so proud to be from Milwaukee, especially on this day because of the celebration.
Yes.
What was your kind of reaction to seeing it for the first time compared to what you've grown up with at home?
Okay, so I will say this. Kim Murphy gave me the biggest compliment. She said that I was an honorary Milwaukeean and that she really loved how I have embraced this community. And I think that to your question, that's what this is all about. Like you said, you're from the Chicago area. So many of our staff, while we have a good amount of people who are regional, who are from the area, there are a lot of us who moved to Milwaukee. And it's these situations like this where the community really takes you in. We had Holly Baker. She was out in the truck all throughout the parade, being embraced, being welcomed in. We had Jason Calvey. We had so many of our team members, Mary Stoker-Smith, people who are not necessarily from Milwaukee, but you've moved to Milwaukee and you've made Milwaukee home. And I was at the dentist the other day, okay? I was at the dentist, and my dentist said something to me. He said, hey, you're stuck here because once Milwaukee loves you, they love you forever, and they don't want to let you go. And I've literally just been blessed to meet so many, literally dozens of people, all while we were live throughout the show and before and after, coming up and waving and saying hello and just coming up and embracing Kim and I, and for her to be obviously a staple, a fixture of more than 20 years of service at Fox 6, I think it just goes to speak to the culture of Milwaukee, that once you're here and you're in it and they see you and they get to know you and they know that you care and you want to share their stories, they just do the rest. They welcome you. This is what we do, Maddie. People are welcoming us into their homes and their hearts every single day, mornings, days, evenings, and we're just so grateful for all that here at Fox 6, and it's really an honor for me. I look forward to this. This is my third time participating in Juneteenth here in Milwaukee, and this is the 55th annual Juneteenth Jubilee Parade. You guys were streaming some of the opening ceremonies. At one point I saw that we had Mr. Juneteenth Jr. on, Michael Terry Jr., Jace White, Mr. Juneteenth, Little Miss Juneteenth, Ava Gary, as well as Miss Juneteenth, Gianna Cooks. And I really just, it's been an honor, it's been a privilege, and it's been a pleasure. And Juneteenth, I feel like, really is an opportunity for us to face, like Brenda just said, it's nice to put a face with a name because maybe they hear our voices and they trust us to deliver and to give them very detailed information that is pertinent and it's really impactful to their lives, whether it be anything from weather to crime to what you need to know or happenings in the city. This is what we're here. We're showing up for our city on this day, and so it's really just been an honor and a privilege to be out here and to be live throughout the morning and to meet so many people who obviously love Fox 6, but for more than anything, they're out here honoring the last enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learning of their freedom in June of 1865. Again, and Maddie, it's crazy to even think about. I was talking about this on Open Record with Brian Polson. Juneteenth is a celebration because it was 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Abraham Lincoln that people in Galveston, Texas, the last slaves, are learned of their freedom. And so it's really just remarkable, again, in the days, months, years, decades after, that the celebrations have continued to grow. As you can see from Skyfox right now, the party here, while it has moved on, cleanup has started behind me, there are thousands of people that are taking in the resources, the vendors, they're shopping local, they're out there, they're eating good. You heard Miss Brenda, she said she wanted barbecue, she wanted corn, and she wanted popcorn, and she said she got all of those things. And this is really where the celebration kind of comes to a head right there. That's a shot from what MLK Locust, I believe. Yeah, that's the MLK Library Branch off in the corner of the shot I can see, and the Burger King from that area there. So really just a remarkable occasion. It's been such a beautiful day. The weather has been absolutely amazing. Maddie, I would say you've been kind of watching it from inside the studio, but
yeah, and I'm jealous.
What are some of maybe the things that you have been able to enjoy? What are maybe some takeaways that you have just from listening in to the opening ceremony and really just watching this whole thing unfold? Because the parade was over 3 hours long, and every second of it was just incredible.
No, absolutely. I think one thing that I want to hone in Bria Jones, she is so humble, but she has really just taken on such an amazing role on our Weekend Wake Up team, especially with the Juneteenth celebration, with Black History Month, just really spearheading those projects. And I think it really hones in on the theme of this Juneteenth parade of like looking forward or looking back at history and then acting forward for the future generation. I mean, as like you and talking to Andrew as both members of the younger generation, just kind of being such great voices for these young kids. I mean, you've seen so many people come up to you and like little kids in the back of your live shots just looking up at you, and like that's really what it's all about, and it's so wonderful to see. And I mean, yes. I think also just for Milwaukee itself, I mean, this is something that all of us, not being from here, have seen just how amazing and how impactful it is. I mean, just look at this. I mean, this isn't of the shot where everybody is, but even just like in the whole area on the north side right now, people walking around, saying hello to each other, everyone's so welcoming, and just remembering the history of what brought us all here today is just like a really, really amazing thing to see. So not to get super deep here, but yeah, like I just, it's great to see you guys bring it home.
It's okay. We can get deep.
No, we can.
We can go there, because this is what today is all about. It's a celebration of freedom. It's a celebration of greatness, and this is really the best of Milwaukee. And honestly, there's just so much to unpack. Yesterday we had the opening day of the official kickoff of Summerfest, and today we have Juneteenth. And then the party doesn't even stop there, because Sarah Pancari, we had her over on a Weekend Wake Up as well. They're bridging the gap here. This is the second time that Juneteenth, Northcott Neighborhood House, they are teaming up again in an official capacity with Summerfest. So hey, we're taking the north side to the lakefront. Tomorrow, they will be having the taste of Juneteenth on Summerfest grounds. And tune in to Weekend Wake Up tomorrow morning, because we're going to have Andrew Muzu. He's going to be live throughout the show at the Taste of Juneteenth, talking to some of the vendors. It is not just today. This is so much more than just the parade, just the festival. This is about giving back to the community. This is about the resources. This is about letting people finally have their voices be heard on every different level. And so it's been really nice to kind of see Summerfest and Juneteenth bridge that gap and them come together on such a powerful partnership. From the Juneteenth court, even we were actually out yesterday at Stump Out Hunger with Saz's and Feeding America. The kids from the Juneteenth court were helping us with the donations. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I know these kids because I saw them in the pageant, and they have already gotten to work serving this community. And so it's really just a beautiful moment to see. And now, hey, you see all these people behind me, Maddie?
Yes.
The party is not stopping anytime soon. King Drive, the celebrations are supposed to be going on to at least 4 o'clock, but hey, I feel like it's going to be going on a lot longer. You didn't hear that from me. But things officially are going from 9 until 4 o'clock. But honestly, there's so many people out here. I feel like this party is going on way past 4 o'clock. Because we're sitting at 12:47 right now. And if people are just now getting here, it's going to take them a minute to get down there. Then they're going to have to wait for their food. This isn't over anytime soon, folks.
Guys, you heard it here first. The celebrations are just getting started, and if you're watching this right now, I would say get down there, but maybe get down there and have your phone so you can still stream us on the Wisconsin Live Desk, but definitely the place to be right now.
No, I'm not going to leave you guys yet.
Yeah, Bria's going to stay with us.
I'm not going to leave you guys yet.
We're going to keep checking in with her because things aren't dying down. They're just ramping up after the parade ended here. Bria, I'm going to let you go for right now, but again, you're not off the hook yet. We're going to check in with you again here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. Our Durante Matthews is actually, we've been talking about those tents and all the food. Our Durante Matthews is down there now. Looks like he's got some food that he's ready to taste test for us here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. We'll be right back with that report after a quick break. Stay with us. Happy Friday. Our Juneteenth coverage continues here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Let's give you a live look right now down MLK Drive. The parade has ended, but if you can see all the way down there as our Skyfox drone goes closer, a lot of tents. Bria and I were talking, she's at the beginning of the parade route, about what's happening over here and why are we not a part of it, because it looks like so much fun. But I can tell you someone who is, and that's our Durante Matthews, who actually seems to have found some food there. Durante, what are you eating? Looks like you're at MLK and Locust right now. Tell us what you got.
So Maddie, I have been torturing myself all day, just walking around here smelling all the food, the burgers, the hot dogs, the ribs, and haven't eaten anything. So yeah, I'm treating myself right now to a hot dog. I feel like I deserve it.
As you should.
The burger, however, is for my, the burger's for my PJ, because you know it's swimsuit season right now, so I gotta keep somewhat of a figure. But yeah, as you were right, we're right here on MLK Drive and Locust. This is where the opening ceremony happened not too long ago, where we heard from so many of the leaders in our, not only our city, but also our county. We heard from the county executive, we heard from the mayor, we heard from council representatives, and everybody just talking about the importance of Juneteenth and how this 55th celebration here is one of the biggest ones they've seen in the entire country, and how it means so much to the city of Milwaukee, just not only to the older generation, but the younger ones going ahead. They say Juneteenth is not only remembering what happened back in 1865, but also remembering how we got here and looking forward to the future. And that's what we're seeing a lot of the future is out here. You can see, step out of the way so you can see folks here. Some of them have been here, they say, for decades, but folks here just lining up, going to different vendors, checking out. A lot of them are in line for food, as you just see. I finally just got some. Folks happy to see the camera here, and it's just all around a good time. This is essentially, you know, what this Juneteenth celebration is supposed to be, just celebrating each other, celebrating freedom, resilience, and just each other and having a good time. And that's all that we have been seeing today. Nothing but good vibes. Nothing but good music and nothing but good food. You know, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, Durante, I gotta ask, where do you remember what truck or vendor you got the hot dog and burger from?
I do. It was actually the place where I did my earlier live shots at. It was Two Vets Barbecue. They are really good, and you know they hooked me up. You know, so I had to go back there and show them some love again, and of course get my hot dog.
Durante, I have to ask, how do you take your hot dog? Is it just plain, or do you put mustard, ketchup? What's the way to do it?
So it depends. You know, if it's just every other day, I'm a mustard guy. I feel like ketchup on a hot dog is just psychotic, so I don't do that. But if it's like in the summertime, I'll do barbecue. But we didn't have barbecue, so I settled for mustard. So
no, and that
I'm a little basic.
No, that's okay. And sometimes like the barbecue's so good you don't even need the condiments. I want to ask, because you said you've been walking throughout like a few hours now, just like looking at all of the different tents. Are there any others that caught your eye, or what can we expect? Because I know there's not just food there. Can you speak to some of the vendors that you might have seen along the road?
Yeah, a lot of them selling jewelry, a lot of them selling t-shirts, a lot of apparel here, in addition to different kinds of food, not only just barbecued. I saw somebody over there who was selling crab legs. I'm like, okay, look at you, you know? So everybody's out here just selling, you know, what makes them happy and promoting their own business and sharing it with each other, patronizing each other as a community should. But in addition to the vendors that we saw here, it was also some of the zoning that we saw over by Rose Park. We saw zones specifically designated for veterans, zones designated for seniors, for kids, and for teens. That's where I got my hot dog from, the teen zone. You know, they were over there playing basketball. They had a hula hoop contest. They also had double dutching. You know, they're really out here being outside and doing it in just a good way to show what the community can be when it comes together.
Yeah, Durante, I got a sneak peek of some of our shows on Wake Up and on Real Milwaukee, and the big question was if you were gonna use a hula hoop or double dutch. Did any of that happen since we last saw you?
We haven't, so I haven't found me a hula hoop yet. And I told you guys I will embarrass myself for you if I can find one, but I haven't come across one. That double dutch stuff, it's not happening. I'm just not good at it, and that's gonna be a flop, but I can attempt a hula hoop.
Okay, I need to know if you find one, but I guess we'll leave it to the professionals. I can't really double dutch either. I want to ask, so many people have been coming in the back of your live shot, waving, just saying hello. What has the community aspect been like? Right on cue, right on cue.
Oh, okay, I see you. Oh, no, you're good. Actually, you know what, let me. You look younger. Thank you. She said I look younger. All right, do you want to say anything about Juneteenth?
Yes.
What would you like to say?
I love being here. I love my culture. And I'm so glad that we're free, and we've been free a long time, and we don't want nobody to denounce that, and we're going to celebrate our culture too. You will never erase our history. We are American history. We are all together. Love you, Fox 6.
Thank you, love you too, and love the fro.
You know what everybody keeps saying? Is the fro in there?
Yes, you can see. You see
I love it. I love it too.
I love it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that right there is just what we have been seeing today. That is the part of the community that we love so much and are so happy to be out here.
No, absolutely. I was going to ask, just speaking to everybody today, what does it mean for you? I mean, looking back at the history to where we've come today, what does it mean to you to be there right now?
Fox 6.
We love you too. Oh, see, people love Fox 6. Appreciate Fox 6.
We love Fox 6. I watch Fox 6 every morning. Look who's 6. What you mean?
And this is the community right here. Again, this is the face of it. This is who Juneteenth is for, who it's about, and again, the future right here.
We're the future.
No. I love it. I love to see it. And again, yeah,
Love
really
guys.
just bringing home the theme of, you know, educating the younger generation about the history. Such a cool thing to see. Durante, I'm going to let you go and enjoy your hot dog and photo. I forget, who's with you today behind the camera? I caught you mid-bite.
My girl Rissa.
Rissa, oh my gosh. Rissa, Durante, let you guys go. Enjoy your food. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. For now, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Guys, I am so jealous. I wish I was out there right now. Haley Spittler standing by. I just saw her in the hall. She's going to be taking you all the way to 2:30. So we're going to take a quick break, check in with Bria Jones. Durante, your Juneteenth coverage does not stop here. I mean, just look at the crowds right now. Again, thousands of people gathering after such an eventful morning. Keep it right here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. We'll be right back.
Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Wisconsin Live Desk. It is Haley Spittler taking over for Maddie Stelk here at 102. I'll be with you for the next hour and a half, and then I believe it is Sam Kramer joining at 2:30, and he will get you guys all the way to 3:30 on your Friday afternoon. And of course, it is also Juneteenth. We are taking another live look at the 55th annual Juneteenth celebration happening right now in Milwaukee. That is where we find our very own Bria Jones, who's been busy for the last several hours. Bria, you watched that whole parade come right by you and Kim.
I did.
You got to tell me, as I kind of joined the live desk here at 102, how has it been out there? The energy just seemed so celebratory, so welcoming, just such good vibes out there.
The vibes are the best. I think Maddie said it best. The vibes are, she said they were high. I said, they're immaculate, okay? It is everything, the energy. You could still feel it. Although, you know, the parade has ended, the celebration is still continuing here on King Drive. The festivities will be going on officially until 4 o'clock, with everybody kind of congregating closer towards MLK and Locust at this point. It doesn't stop. This is what you're seeing now. Now that the parade is over, we had everybody, thousands, you know, there were so many people that were lined up along the stretch of the parade, and now they're all at the end enjoying all the vendors in those tents. Honestly, there's just so much to unpack. It's not just, you know, it's not just clothing or people selling different food or barbecues or whatnot, but there are also a lot of different community resources that are out there. There's the veteran zone, there's the teen zone, there's a kids zone, there's a senior zone. There are so many people that are down there trying to help out their fellow Milwaukeeans, and that's really what the celebration has been all about. I can tell you that there's just so much. I didn't realize how much went into this, okay? So for the last few months, or the last few weeks rather, been heading over to Northcott Neighborhood House, and I have been sitting in on these committee meetings. And let me tell you folks, okay, there's over a dozen committees that are a part of making this all possible. There are hundreds of volunteers, there's countless vendors, there's a security team, there's the parade committee, there's the pageant committee, there's the media committee. They have their first ever social media committee. And this year's theme has been about honoring the past while empowering the future. And I think that that is what this celebration has been all about today. We have seen, you know, those who came before us telling their story about their fight, and then you have the younger generation coming behind, so many of them so cheerful and chipper and smiling and walking and participating in today's parade. Things started off with our Juneteenth court, as well as the Grand Marshal of Juneteenth parade here today, which was Mr. Ruben Harpole, and then we had our Juneteenth committee. And folks, I will never forget going to this pageant, and I was like, okay, I'm going to a pageant. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cute. But there was so much more to it. There was so much substance to this, from the kids presenting their essays about what Juneteenth means to them, to them even asking questions, from our very own Mary Stoker Smith, who actually emceed the pageant, to her asking them questions just about the correlation of, you know, what Juneteenth not only means to them, but really reflecting on maybe the fight that our ancestors had and how we really got here. And I think that when we talk about Juneteenth, also known as Emancipation Day, it's not just about the festival here. This is about celebrating freedom. This is the commemoration of the ending of slavery, when the last slaves in Galveston, Texas, learned of their freedom in June of 1865. And so we think back of how far we've overcome, and really of how far we still have to go. And I think that that's where the conversation is today. When they talk about empowering the future, they want to celebrate the next generation, getting them ready. And a big part of that for them this year was their first ever social media committee, which you know all about that, Haley. You know, we were out at Summerfest yesterday, you know, coming up with different content, whether it's our pictures we wanted to post for our social, but letting people know we were out there for Stomp Out and Feeding America, working with SASs. But then it's really about getting the word out, letting people know what you're doing. And that's what Juneteenth has really been trying to capture. That has really been the essence of this year. Really letting people in, bringing them to the celebration and the inner workings, and really presenting not just the hype of it all, but getting to the heart of what this is all about, which is celebrating not just freedom, but we're celebrating resilience and perseverance. And honestly, we could not have had a better celebration. The parade kicked off at 9:01, and it wasn't until I want to say 12:15 that the last float actually passed us. And as you can see behind me, traffic, at least right here at MLK and Keith, it has reopened. And people are able to actually drive and go through, but there's still the barriers here because the party is not over, okay? Folks can now, you start here at MLK and Keith and you work your way down to Locust, and that's when you get into all the food vendors. I saw you guys were with Durante Matthews earlier. He had his plate in hand. He had been saying, hey, I'm going to get this plate. Durante, he is small, but he does not play about his food, okay? So he found the food, he found the baked beans, and honestly, knowing Durante, I can tell you, I had a barbecue recently, and he said, hey, Bria, I need 2 big scoops of baked beans. So I'm happy that Durante found his baked beans. But it's about the good food, and it's about the good energy, and really, honestly, meeting so many Fox Sixers. And even remember during the 11 o'clock, we had when Kim Murphy and I were out here, and what was it, maybe at some point during the 11 o'clock, I know you remember all of the kids that kind of swarmed the live shot.
Yeah.
That's what it's really, it feels like just such a giant family reunion. And we've gotten to meet so many Fox 6 viewers, and that probably, for me, that will always be the selling point. That is what I love about coming to Juneteenth. Really just the opportunity to get face-to-face with people. We're coming into their homes every day, and they're seeing us, but it's something about that face-to-face interaction and looking someone in their eyes and getting to exchange a smile or a wave or even just a brief interaction. And honestly, today has felt just like a giant hug. And the weather, honestly, has been perfect as well. I was worried because the last 2 years that I've participated in the parade, it's funny because Brian Paulson and I were actually joking about this because we recorded a Juneteenth episode for Open Record, which you guys can check out on Fox Local. We were just talking about how hot it was, and Brian had brought up my sister. She was helping carrying the banner the first year I walked in the parade, and she was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it, okay? I need a beverage. It is so hot out here. But we honestly, the weather, we have ended up in the best way. What is it, 72 degrees right now?
Yeah.
It is breezy. It is beautiful. We had a little cloud cover at some points, but that really just helped us to cool down if you might have been hot, because the energy here has been high all the way. And if you guys are still showing that drone shot, which you guys have been showing periodically, it's not dying down anytime soon. This is where the party is now. Again, for those who are just now joining us on the Wisconsin Live Desk, this is where people are congregating. This is closer towards MLK and Locust, but this is where the festivities are happening now, where people are not only they're supporting small-owned businesses, which is always great, but they're also getting so many different resources that are mixed in. Some woman was telling me she was coming here to look for her friends who have a nonprofit who are usually here, and their nonprofit is geared towards helping people with tenant rights, which if you watch Fox 6, you know that we cover tenant rights stories all the time. So there are also crucial resources that people can get their hands on here at Juneteenth. And I think that that's what makes this celebration so special. Not only are you being fed, you're also getting nourished in so many other ways. And one of the vendors that we had during the show said something that I'll probably never forget. He said, we're hoping to feed people with our presence. And I just think that honestly, exemplifies in one sentence what today is all about. Showing up, and Milwaukee has showed up, and Juneteenth, the 55th annual Juneteenth Jubilee Parade, has been absolutely phenomenal, and it's just been an honor to be a part of this and to just continue on with our coverage, just really ramping up and showing the very, very best of Milwaukee. So it has truly been an honor. I want to ask you, because I was talking to Maddie about this. You've been with us, Haley. You kicked things off tossing to us. Hey, Miss Ava, come over here, girl. Come say hey. Is that your mom? Hi, Jennifer. Hello. This is little Miss Juneteenth. This is Miss Ava Gary. Who are we with? Hey, who's your friend here? Stella and Ava. I was joking. I was telling Ava she looks like baby Mary Stoker Smith. Okay,
she does.
If Mary had an offspring. This is some kind of way they are related to each other, but it is honestly, this is what it's all about. You were at the opening ceremony. Did you speak at the opening ceremony? Yeah. You did? Okay. Ava, just honestly, her presence. And I heard Miss Felicia, who was also, guys, check out Open Record, Juneteenth edition there. She said your mom, you practice 2 hours every day, is that right? About, yes, okay. How has the parade been for you?
Good, I love it.
Stella, what about you?
It was great. I love supporting my friend.
Oh, that is so special. Hold on to that. Okay, you've answered this question a million times, Ava. So one last time officially on Juneteenth. What does Juneteenth mean to you?
What does Juneteenth mean to me? Juneteenth means that Juneteenth is a special holiday for African Americans.
Thank you so much, Little Miss Juneteenth, and she is obviously wearing that crown so well. Give us your wave here. Come on. She's practiced that thing. I can't even do it.
I need lessons, Bria. She's excellent.
Come on. Haley got her wave there, too.
I know. I love
Stella's
her tiara.
joining us as well. Mom, come on over here. Yes, the more the merrier. Yeah, you are. I mean, obviously, this is what it's all about. You know, we're bringing in the parents. You know about the significance of what this means. Why was it important for you to not only put Ava in the pageant, but then to make sure that she was prepared? Because we had the essay, we had the speech, we had the talent, we had the dress. You know, so many big moments. But what was the preparation like for you, and why was it important for you to have her a part of this?
Well, first of all, I wanted her to really understand her heritage, and this was an opportunity for her to understand what Juneteenth is really about. By writing that essay, she was able to sit down and really go through different stages of what the Juneteenth really means to African Americans and to other people around.
Yeah.
But preparing for this was a big thing, and I wanted her to understand that working hard gets you the crown.
Yes, and she has that crown, and she's wearing it so beautifully, and Stella is here supporting her as well, and I love this. She says, I'm here because I want to support my friend. We've already done the wave again. We want to give everybody a happy Juneteenth, everybody. Come on. Happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth.
Haley, we're going to send it back to you.
Bria, thank you so much. You guys are doing awesome out there. We'll have to check in one last time with Bria before she heads back to the station, but she has been doing an absolutely amazing job out there along the parade route. Her and Kim crushing our coverage this morning, which has been such a team effort. And speaking of team, got to go ahead and bring back in Durante Matthews here. Durante, you are near the vendors where the shopping is. Tell us more.
Hey there, Haley. So I finally finished my hot dog. It was very good. And now I am back to work and being professional out here. So what better person to talk to than County Executive David Crowley? How are you doing?
Hey, man, every day is a good day.
Thank you. So can you just talk to me about Juneteenth in its entirety? You say you've been coming here since your teens.
Yeah, been coming here since I was a freshman in high school. And it's an opportunity, one, to remember the history. You know, 1865, when the last enslaved African Americans here in the country found out that they were free. And this is an opportunity for us not only just to recognize our past, but also to continue to build the future and recognizing our young people in the Juneteenth pageant. And so I love the atmosphere, love the food, and definitely love the people.
Exactly, and the people are a big part of what makes this. You know, Milwaukee is such a special place when it comes to Juneteenth and the celebrations of it in our country. You know, we were hearing that this is probably one of the biggest in the entire country.
Yeah, one of the biggest. I mean, 55 years, Northcott Neighborhood House has been hosting this event. I mean, they get hundreds of volunteers. And so I have to thank, you know, Tony Kearney and his entire team about what they've been doing. But to have the level of support from community organizations, businesses, the city, Milwaukee County, the state of Wisconsin, we want to continue to grow. We want to continue to invest in our people and actually celebrate everything that we have to offer.
Absolutely, and the crowd this year is something else I wanted to touch on, because we were just talking about how it wasn't, you know, this huge last year. The heat probably had something to do with it. Yeah. But other than that, what do you think is about just Juneteenth and the celebration and I guess the overall meaning of it that brings so many people out?
Well, I think a lot of people, right? We've been focusing on like anger, you know, fear, you know, distractions that we've been seeing in the headlines. And I think people need a break from that. And this is one way to be able to have that camaraderie, be able to lock arms, be able to see so many people. You won't see a smiling face anywhere on the best Dr. Martin Luther King drive we have in the entire country, because this celebration is not just about the history of African Americans, it's the history of our country, because Black history is American history.
Right, and one thing we don't want to do is forget that history or lose the momentum. So how do we go about keeping this for years to come?
But one thing that I love is that right after the parade, we always do the opening ceremony. And it's a great opportunity for us to educate our young people moving forward about what Juneteenth means. But it's not just about educating. It's about how do you get them engaged? How do you get them to think about their civic duty of getting out there, voting, and making sure that they're letting their voices heard and they're picking their people to represent them at the local level, the state level, and the federal level. So it's awesome.
And you guys are doing such a great job in doing that and keeping that engagement, not only community but civic engagement, like you said, to let people know that their voices matter, and a lot of that goes along with their votes.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the time where we need everybody to be involved, right? I was always told if you don't have a seat at the table, you're on the menu, right? And we know that many communities, not just here in Milwaukee County, but across this entire state, they feel like people have not been listening and that people are railroading through them or by them and not, bringing them to the table. And so it's about listening, right? We have 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason. And I think Juneteenth is showing how we need to bridge the gap between our ideas and our realities.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so very much. Is there something else you want to say before I let you go?
Happy Freedom Day.
Happy Freedom Day. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, have a good one. You too. So there you heard County Executive David Crowley really just talking about what Juneteenth means, not only to him who has come to these celebrations since he was in high school, but just also as a community, as a Milwaukeean, just how it feels to bring out so many people, what it means to know your history and not only know it, believe in it, feel it, and keep it moving forward. So that right there, Haley, pretty much said what the feeling is today.
Durante, it's impressive the steady flow of people walking behind you. The crowd is certainly out and about today, enjoying the beautiful weather, but celebrating Juneteenth. You've been out in that vendor area. What are some of the places you've gone into? Maybe what have you found that you've liked, or some of the food besides the hot dog that have really caught your eyes? And I'm sure the smells have to be amazing out there, Durante.
It absolutely is. And like I told Maddie earlier, I've been torturing myself walking along this route and not getting any of the food because I've been smelling a lot of good stuff. Some ribs, some baked beans, the barbecue is phenomenal. But I really have my eye on those crab legs that just were strategically just out there compared to everything. So I'm like, I may have to swing by and get that. But aside from the food, we've also seen a lot of clothing vendors, people out here selling personalized, customized T-shirts and then homemade jewelry, things that they put their heart and love, blood, sweat, and tears in to share it with the community. And it's so great that so many people are patronizing these local vendors here who are out here to share what they love to do with people.
Durante, right now we're taking a view kind of from the sky from our drone where we can see the lines of tents and vendors and the city line, skyline there in the background. It's a gorgeous view that we have, and it's just such a large crowd. It's so impressive the amount of people that have shown up. What do you think that really says about Juneteenth? Not that people just show up for a parade that lasts hours because so many people want to participate, but then they go to the markets and the vendors and they keep that celebration going into the afternoon.
It's community, it really is. It's people coming out, seeing themselves, seeing what they were like when they were younger, seeing what they could be when they're older, just relatability. They see people that they have connections with and they want to embrace each other. They want to come out here and share their life experiences with each other, and that shared experiences really helps with that connectivity that we are seeing here. So many people don't even know each other, but we're just seeing people embrace each other, some who have never even met each other. It's like a big family reunion. It really is. You see, even the younger ones, it doesn't matter how old, doesn't matter how old or young you are, there's really something here for everybody, and that really just shows what this means to so many people. Again, not only the history behind it, but the future of it. And the future is only possible when you bring it together.
Absolutely, Durante. We appreciate you joining us here on the live desk, taking us out and about. Obviously, a great interview there with David Crowley. So thank you so much for joining us here on the live desk as the celebration continues over there in Milwaukee. Of course, such an exciting day, and we've had a great time getting to highlight the Juneteenth celebrations, which again really kicked off at 9 a.m. With that parade. So we are hours removed from the start of everything here, and the crowds are still very much out and about in full force. I do want to go ahead and bring in one more time Bria Jones, who's been out there for hours now. Bria, do we have another guest with you right there? Is that what I see?
We have another guest. We have Fox 6 royalty. Haley, if you've seen the mural, which you can't miss it, in the atrium, Miss Joanne Williams, she is on the mural. Okay, I have to present you like this. I'm going to let you take it away because you are just an incredible journalist. When I came to Fox 6, so many people told me about your story. And this year's theme is honoring the past while empowering the future. And I just kind of want to know, I'm going to pass the mic off to her so you guys can hear her, okay? We have to respect our legendary veterans. I want you to take it away and tell us, give us a recap of today's festivities.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, so give us a rundown. What was your favorite part of today?
Today? Well, I'm making a documentary film about Reuben Harpo.
Oh, really?
And so we were here to film his being honored as the Grand Marshal of the 55th Annual Juneteenth Day Parade. So that's why I'm here today. But I've been to every Juneteenth Day since the second one. So I've been here for 53 years coming to this parade, and it gets better every year.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's really incredible that you brought up Mr. Harpo, because when I was at the Juneteenth pageant, everyone was walking up to him, and I was saying, I asked somebody, and I didn't want to offend him. I'm like, everybody is obsessed with this person. Tell me about him. And they were like, this is the Grand Marshal for the 55th Annual Juneteenth Jubilee Parade. Tell us a little bit about him as we honor our past.
Oh, he has been around Milwaukee. He's been important to Milwaukee for dozens and dozens of years. He and his wife, Mildred Harpole, and he, at the end of his career, he worked for Bader, and Bader, of course, is sponsoring the parade this year. But he went to Marquette, he worked at UWM. His wife, Mildred, was the head of the HUD office in Milwaukee. She helped bring the clinic, the MLK clinic. She brought that to Milwaukee. So they were very busy, very important to Milwaukee for many, many years. And a lot of people don't know the things that they've done that they should be grateful for, because they did all these things. And they did a lot of what they did behind the scenes. People didn't know about what they did, but hopefully with this film, they're going to know now.
And for you being a part of Fox 6's 70 year, this is what our shirts are saying.
70 years? Oh.
And you were in that promo. You're in the 70-year promo. And I love every time I see you. You look so beautiful. I want to know, when we talk about 70 years of Fox 6 and to see us here at the corner of MLK and Kiev, what message does that send?
Well, we're still here. We're all still here. Fox 6 is still here, still doing important business in the community, doing important news in the community, and I hope people watch, because I'm still proud of having been a part of Fox 6 for all that time. I was there for 30 years.
30 years at
Yes.
Fox 6.
Yes.
That's absolutely incredible. I've only done 2.5, so you got me beat.
You'll be around for a while.
I'm looking forward to it. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate
You're
you
welcome.
for joining us in our coverage. Here, I'm going to toss
Here,
it back to Haley.
I'm going to give this back to you.
I know she has maybe a question or two for you. Let's see what she has to say. Haley, we're checking back in.
Berea, first of all,
Thank
you both
so
have been
much
doing
for that, honestly.
such a great job out there. As you wrap things up, I got to ask maybe both of you, since I know, Bria, for sure, you got to be along the parade route. Do you have a favorite moment of the parade? Because this was the longest parade I have ever seen, Bria. To your point, it lasted hours on hours, which I think is a beautiful thing, that there are so many people who wanted to show up and to participate. So was there any float or kind of group that really stood out to you as maybe a favorite?
Honestly, the dance competition is always fierce. That was really fun because that got the crowd really excited. But there was one float that I just thought was so adorable. The girls were on the back of the float, and they had kind of cutouts of like a Barbie box, and I thought that was really cute. And then, honestly, your girls, the Double Dutchers, to walk and double dutch at the same time is a talent that I don't possess, and that was a skill that just left me in awe. And if you guys would have saw Kim Murphy's face, Kim wanted to jump out of her seat and join them. I wish she could have, but we had important business to do. She wants to know if you had a favorite part of the parade, the celebration.
My favorite part of the parade
parade was probably the beginning with the Corvettes and the motorcycles, because that's where Reuben was.
Yeah.
The first Corvette, and I used to have Corvettes.
Okay.
I used to drive them to work, and one of them was like the one that I used to have.
Oh, nice.
So I always like to see those cars.
Fancy. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Williams, for joining us. I know you said your photographer is waiting on you. I appreciate you for just taking a few moments to chat with us. As we talk about honoring the past and empowering the future, you are the past that we should always honor. And I thank you so much for your service and what you mean to this community and your continued work with the National Association of Black Journalists here in Milwaukee. So thank you so much for joining us on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Haley, do you have anything else for us? If not, I'll send it back to you, because the celebration here on King Drive, it's still going on. Things are slowing down behind us, but that's because that drone shot that we keep showing, that is where everyone is. That is where the vendors are, the nonprofits. That's where you can buy some of your African garb, if you may have so, or you get that Polish with the onions that you've been wanting. I know that was oddly specific, because that's kind of what I want. But that is there, and so I'm probably going to be going looking for that.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm going to. I'm going to go get some food.
All right, we're both going to get food. We'll send it back to you in the Wild Studio.
Thank you so much, Bria. You have done an amazing job today. We will let her go so she can go get her African garb and some delicious food. She made me sound or feel very, very hungry, because everything looks and sounds delicious. But again, happy Juneteenth to every single one of you tuning in to Fox Local today to watch that extended coverage. So honored to play a small part of what our team did today, because they really have crushed it out there at all of the 55th annual celebrations, from the parade to the opening ceremony to now the market with all those vendors. Celebration's still going. So hey, you know, you're on Fox Local, it might be on your phone. Take your phone outside, keep watching us, and go enjoy the Juneteenth celebrations. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. We'll be back with more news right after this.
The Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. It is Haley Spittler here with you at 1:31. So excited to have been able to bring you guys all of that Juneteenth coverage. And of course, we have more coming up in our afternoon and our evening newscast, which I think you can catch primarily on Fox Local tonight. We've got a lot of World Cup matches to get through. So an exciting day for the World Cup. I'm going to catch you up to speed on that in just a little bit. But first, I have to bring in Brett Lemoyne, who is another one of our reporters out and about today with an assignment that I'm incredibly jealous of, Brett. You are at Greek Fest at an all-new location this year.
Oh my gosh, and Haley, I should have worn bigger pants, frankly, because I've been eating for, literally, we got here at 11, and I think by 11:30 I had put on 3 extra pounds.
Okay, rub it in, Brett, rub it in.
That's how intense it's been. That's how intense it's been. And of course, it's Greek Fest, so they're just like, here, try this and eat this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Everything is so delicious, but you're spot on in your observation that, yeah, we're in a different location this year at the Waukesha County Expo Center, and you may be wondering why, for the first time in 60 years, the Greek Fest is not being held in Milwaukee County. Well, that is because organizers say, you know, State Fair Park, which has been their longtime home for the last 2 decades or so, it just was not very conducive to when it rains and when there's bad weather. They've had a couple of years where they've just been washed out. So they said, you know what, it's time to move. And they looked out west to the Expo Center. This actually gives them a little bit more green space. It gives them a lot more indoor space too with the Expo Center. You can have your chicken dinner and your lamb indoors in the event of rain, or you can have it outdoors. There's beautiful seating out here as well. They even have a larger footprint for some of the rides that you saw behind me earlier. But the highlight, of course, Haley, is the food. And we've got a treat for you now. We're going to go in the tent for some saganaki. And Greg Carvelis is the man who's been cooking this all day. He has been in the tent. He's like the main guy who's responsible for saganaki for the last 2 decades. Greg, it never gets old, does it?
No.
So for the unfamiliar, what is saganaki?
Okay, so saganaki is a cheese, kefalotieri. It's a dried cheese. It's like a Parmesan type. It's a little dry. You can shred it. You can put it on cheese. And it's a cooking cheese. Some is more soft than others. Kefalo Rivera, there's kefalotieri. It's a little harder, but easier to work with in bulk amounts. It's just a piece of cheese that's slightly breaded and flamed.
And you say this is a dish that goes back centuries, but it has a kind of a Chicago twist.
Oh, yes. So, for historical buzz, the Byzantine Empire, my sons above, 800 to 1400, they just started frying cheese. But the real key came in the island restaurant called the Greek Islands in Chicago in 1968. He was looking for a spin to make things a little more boost to cheer people up. So he had actually Saganica is a little iron pan, and they used to come out. So he would come out to the tray and they'd light it up, yaopa, and it was a nice thing. Got everybody. It was a trash. It's a crowd getter. But actually, too, it does add some flavor to it. The sealing of the brandy.
And whenever you do that, I mean, we've been watching for the last couple of minutes. Whenever we hear Opa, everybody turns and looks to the tent and sees
it gets
what?
good. Big flame coming up. Yeah, that's the brandy reacting with the olive oil.
Have you ever had any mishaps?
Yeah, many.
Many.
Yeah, I almost took a tent down, but that was in the beginning before I got a hold of it. Yeah.
Oh, so. All right. Well, we don't want any of the insurance agencies to hear any
long
of
enough. I can keep it safe.
This is a big year for Greek. I mean, this is like the first time ever that you're not in Milwaukee County, right?
Yeah, correct.
What's that move been like? Because you were on the committee to kind of help bring it here.
Yeah, it was very interesting because it's a larger setup. It's a more open setup. So trying to coordinate where to put everything was kind of a challenge, but as I see it's turned out very nice. Yeah. Greater minds than mine worked on the.
And thank goodness, I mean, the weather has cooperated to the point where, I mean, the sky, you look up, it almost looks like the Greek flag. You got beautiful blue skies, and you got these lovely blue and white clouds. I mean, it's really.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. Everybody come on out. It is so much fun. Try saganaki if you've never had one. I've never had one returned. Everybody loves it. It's a great appetizer or like a little meal itself with some bread and lemon on it. We'll see in a minute. Yeah, we have so many wonderful things here. Tiropidas, lucamadas, which is like donuts and there's meat.
And of course, the chicken and lamb, spit roasted.
Secret recipe.
The seasoning, you said there's only 4 people alive.
I think pretty much, maybe 5 now, but it's not anything weird like from overseas, but it's the mix, and it is very much 24 years, they haven't told me yet. Lucamadas, 2 little donuts, I think there's only 2 left, but.
2 people that know the recipe.
Yeah.
That's how top secret it is, Haley.
Yeah. They come out wonderful. I'll put ours up against anybody. It's really good.
Well, you said there's people that come from Iowa.
We've Iowa. I remember a family from Minneapolis comes just for the chicken. Wow. From Illinois, obviously, but all around the states. It's a lot of people coming, big deal.
What's it been like just getting the word out that you are in Waukesha this year?
Oh, yeah. So a lot of media, trying to have word of mouth, flyers, but we're hoping that we had enough people to get out there. And our regulars, we had a lot of people calling the church asking, like, we'll be in Waukesha now, come on out and visit us. And actually, overall, it's been a lot of positive reaction to it. It gives us more room, we can have more rides, and we have more seating. We have inside seating. If it rains, we have a ton of inside seating. We got some of our stuff. So it's even if it looks a little cloudy or rainy, there's still a lot of things to do here.
And after all, this is a fundraiser, right? First and foremost, this is a fundraiser for Annunciation
Church.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all volunteers here.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Yes, it is. Especially the numbers of people that you see working here. Everybody friends of the church or belong to the church. They love the church, and it's a great family get-together. It's like a yearly family outing, kind of.
Yeah, and now this year you get to welcome new members of the family and a little further out west.
Welcome everyone. Yes, we're hoping to get So some people don't like going into the sea. We understand that. And plus with the traffic now, it would have been bad. So we're hoping to go out here a little bit and maybe get some more different people that wouldn't have come otherwise to come check us out. I think they'll find it a very good family experience. And we have some bands out here Saturday, so we're hoping to get all kinds of the demographics.
And dancing tonight? There's dancing,
yes,
of course.
There's dancing, there's children's dancing, there's adult dancing. I have to look at the schedule, but yeah, that always a huge fundraiser. Everything stops just when we get a break. All the food, and everybody goes and watches the kids, and they come back and order. But it gives us a good break to gather our senses. But we love it.
Yeah.
Everybody here loves it.
How much longer we got on?
Ready.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to step back, Haley, so that you can see.
I'm excited, Brett.
So, Opa's Greek for yippee. Oh, there's Orlando just got one. All right, we'll let him finish up. Okay.
You can feel the heat.
Yeah, give you a little warning. Whoa, good job, Orlando. Okay. All right, behind you. Fire in the hole. Opa!
Oh my gosh.
Kaliorixi, which is Greek for bon appetit. Here we go. This is what you... So please, come on out, grab one.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Oh, Brett, time for a live taste test.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll get this dressed up for you. Get some bread and lemon.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Miss McGonigal?
Here we go. They're putting mine together here right now.
Brett's is going to get a fancy version.
All right, hold on. Yeah, we got to get all the fixins and all the trimmings here. So look, we got lemon.
Ooh.
So
Brett,
this
do
one,
they
this
have
one
any
is for
idea
me
how
here.
many
this
saganaki
looks
they
good.
sell?
How many do you think you do on a day?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yes.
Hundreds. We have a fork somewhere. Can I grab a fork? I'm going to grab a fork. All right. So Haley, I have to put the microphone down because I have table manners.
Brett's face will tell us how he feels since he put the mic down. He needs a knife, is what he said. You're eating this very elegantly, Brett. I would have picked it up with my hands.
I'm trying to be as dainty as possible.
As dainty as possible. Okay, there it is. First bite.
Oh my God.
Of the saganaki.
It's so good.
I'm so jealous.
It's actually delicious.
All right.
I love cheese.
Yeah, who doesn't?
So I will eat this entire thing. It is so good. Opa! You just have to say that, and everybody repeats it. It's lovely. I love that. It's so much fun. Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I think I'm going to have to. I should have fasted. I think for like a week. I should have just gone on a fast because there's not going to be any room left for any more food. But it is so tasty. Mm-hmm. And Haley, we're not done. We're not done with Greek Fest. In our next segment, we're going to come back in about a half hour, and we're going to do dessert. And you know that there will be plenty to eat and plenty to partake in for that. Let me just tell you, I've already had dessert because this is like my second round, okay? Because I had to test everything first before I went live, and then we're doing it live. So the desserts, beyond words.
Okay.
beyond words.
Brett, that is what we call a tease in this industry. So we can't wait to check in with you again not even an hour. We'll be back with Brett here at Greek Fest. We'll check in soon. Brett Lemoyne there at Waukesha, which is now the new home to Greek Fest. And again, desserts are coming up next, so you're not going to want to leave the Wisconsin Live Desk. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to get you caught up to speed on some World Cup announcements as Team USA gets ready to take to the pitch in Seattle. Stay with us.
This is the Wisconsin Live Desk.
Welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. Haley Spittler here with you at 1:43 on your Friday afternoon. And let me tell you, a lot of you guys are not at work. Maybe you have the day off for Juneteenth. You were either at the Juneteenth celebration, or it turns out you are at Nomad. We are taking a live look right now. Of course, Nomad is one of the spots that is showing so many of the World Cup games. This is the crowd forming right now for Team USA, who will take to the pitch and start their second World Cup match of 2026 in about 16 minutes. Of course, that game happening right here in Seattle. A beautiful venue there, and they're, I think, getting some gorgeous weather as well in Seattle. As again, Team USA taking on Australia at 2 p.m. Now, both of these teams did win their first match of the World Cup, so obviously both kind of hoping to continue that trend of winning, but one team most likely won't be so lucky. I have to say that because it is soccer, so you could potentially end in a tie. So again, Team USA taking on Australia at 2 p.m., but it was a busy day for the World Cup, so a couple other matches to keep your eye out for. Scotland taking on Morocco. That will happen at 5 p.m. right here on Fox 6. And then Brazil versus Haiti will be at 8 p.m. tonight, also on Fox 6. If you're watching this right now thinking, dang it, I was really hoping to catch the afternoon news, I want to remind you that when sports starts, news does not stop here on Fox 6. We just move all of our newscasts, if there's a soccer game, to our digital platforms, which means you can find them on Fox Local, fox6now.com, or on the Fox 6 YouTube page. So really, however you're watching the Wisconsin Live Desk right now, that's where the afternoon and evening newscasts will be until these matches do finish up. But a little bit of maybe disappointing news, and I wonder what it was like at Nomad when this crowd is kind of forming when the announcement came out today. But sad news for Team USA, especially if you are a Christian Pulisic fan, who is by far, I would say, kind of the star of Team USA. The coach announcing earlier, about an hour or so ago, he will not be playing today. They have pulled him out of that starting lineup lineup to as they take on Australia at 2 p.m. He did leave his first match of the World Cup, again, that was against Paraguay, at the kind of the halfway point due to some leg pain. That is the reason why he's not in the match today. They say it's a leg injury. The coach does seem to be pretty optimistic. It sounds like if we felt like we would have really needed him today, we could have started him, but why not give him a little bit more rest time instead of playing today? But I know a lot of fans makes them a little nervous not having kind of your USA star on the field today, but at least it does sound optimistic that the recovery from that leg injury is going well so far. So hopefully he'll be back for Game 3 for Team USA of the World Cup. But I know a big kind of loss for the team for sure as they get ready to take on Australia today, which a lot of people have traveled to Seattle to see Christian and Team USA play Australia. I want to show you this. This was a flight from Los Angeles to Seattle. And when all the passengers got on board, they were greeted with quite the surprise. They were all gifted these U.S. men's national team soccer jerseys. And then if you see, there's even more goodies on the chairs there. They got some kind of clear bags just filled with different items. I see a soccer ball. I know I saw a fanny pack. I can't imagine boarding a flight going to Seattle, which, I mean, good chance then you might be a soccer fan since you're going to where the next match is. But regardless, and having quite the generous gift for you right there on your seat. I will say, if any of these people were traveling to Seattle for the game, they paid a pretty penny for their tickets. Delaney, would you like to guess what the starting price was for Team USA versus Australia in Seattle? And if Maddie's wearing her headset, join in the conversation as well with your guess. We're thinking they want to make an educated guess here. What's the answer, Delaney? Oh, I can't hear you. Are you talking? Oh, I cannot hear you. Oh, no. I thought they were both just giving me the silent treatment. It turns out they were saying something, but I can't hear either of them. Will y'all slack me your answers and I'll say them? I can hear you here. Oh, so I think you're just in my ear right now? Technical glitch. I can hear the producers, but you guys cannot. I was like, you guys are really taking your time to answer. Okay, we have quite the variety of answers here. So Maddie said 15,000. Delaney said 1,000. Delaney is going to win because she's closer, but they started at $2,000. And you have to remember, guys, take a look at the venue. The 2,000 are going to be those nosebleed seats all the way at the top. So Maddie's kind of guessed they're at 15,000. I don't think it's out of the ballpark. I'm going to guarantee you if they're closer to the pitch, it probably is closer to that 15,000. So a lot of people willing to fork over some change to be able to attend this World Cup showdown. Again, there are a lot of Team USA fans, and it's a special opportunity to be able to go see Team USA as they play the World Cup here in North America. Again, taking on Australia at 2 p.m. So right now, if you're watching us on Fox Local on one of your devices, turn your TV on as well. Get ready for the game. It's 10 minutes away. We will kind of try to keep you updated on any and all updates as they kind of start this match again in just a little bit. But it is fun to have Team USA playing here in Seattle. Their next game, they will go back to Los Angeles. They'll play again there. So they've been kind of on the West Coast. But again, they're playing right here. So for a lot of fans, it's a lot more feasible of a trip to be able to go and see them. Although I say feasible, they have to, again, have some change that they are willing to spend on these soccer tickets, because starting at $2,000 is still pretty expensive. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Then we're going to talk a little bit more about Summerfest and Juneteenth. There's a lot going on today and this weekend in Milwaukee, so don't go anywhere.
is the Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. Haley Spittler here with you at 1:52, and we got to talk Summerfest. That was a lot of fun yesterday. I know Maddie was here on the live desk checking in with Brett Lemoyne, Andrew Amuzu, as they were kind of on the grounds and having a blast. I went out yesterday to do Stomp Out Hunger, and then Carl Deffenbaugh, my co-anchor here, convinced me to go inside the grounds, and he did a great job of introducing me to Summerfest, because last year I started at the beginning of August. So I actually came here and visited Milwaukee during Summerfest as I kind of met all of the people who work here and got introduced to the station, but I didn't actually go to the festival. So this is my first time ever on the grounds, and I feel prepared to go back tomorrow because Carl gave me a great tour. Number one suggestion before you go to Summerfest: remember your sunscreen. To be fair, I didn't think I was going, so I didn't put a ton of sunscreen on. They do have sunscreen on the grounds, but if you're like Carl and I, we are very pale, and so you might notice there's a little bit of a sunburn going on today. So don't be like me. Remember the sunscreen, because we've actually been given a lot of beautiful, beautiful weather. I do want to let you know there's a slight chance of some scattered storms and showers this evening. I'm going to take a live look here at radar. Stephanie Barrichello, when she was in this morning, was kind of saying, I think after 7 p.m., there is that chance of rain. So if you are going to Summerfest, or you are going maybe to an outdoor watch party for any of the World Cup games, just keep that in mind. Maybe try and bring some sort of protection, or just plan to get indoors for a little bit in case that rain does kick off. But otherwise, truly a gorgeous day today, a high of 75. Tomorrow also looking great for Summerfest as well, as you see that 77 and partly cloudy. And if you are going tonight, the T-Mobile stage has a full lineup. Of course, Fox 6 is so excited to be teaming up with T-Mobile and sponsoring this stage as well. So you got Emmett James performing, Fee performing. I wonder if it's Fees. Fee $, I don't know, but I'm going to learn tonight. And Tyrese, which I know a lot of people really excited for the chance to see Tyrese. Or if you have tickets to the amphitheater, of course, your headliner tonight, Don Toliver. And this one, I'm just saying, you are getting a lot of bang for your buck, because there are a lot of artists joining Don Toliver. He, of course, a rapper, singer, songwriter. A lot of people very excited for him tonight, as they've really kicked off Summerfest. Heading into night 2. Of course, tomorrow, night 3. And again, for the most part, pretty good weather here. There is that slight chance of rain with those showers after 7 p.m. So please just keep that in mind if you are heading out to Summerfest. And I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. Remember your sunscreen. And if you don't, it's okay. They do have the stands, but remember to put it on early instead of like an hour and a half into the Summerfest festivities. Looking at the calendar, it is June 19th. We were able to bring you so many elements of the Milwaukee 55th annual Juneteenth celebration. I want to head over to our neighbors in Minnesota. They have a Juneteenth celebration underway there. Obviously, the governor right now talking at the lectern. So we're going to listen in here for a little bit and continue to celebrate Juneteenth right here on the Wisconsin Live Desk.
Already, not a damn thing was pretty much it. But it was this community, and I see them out there, like Marvin, like Jonathan, like Debbie, like Margaret, like Jeannie and Yusuf, and a community that said, let us tell you our story. Let's go down to Selby Avenue and listen to some jazz. Let's go talk to the people. Let's understand where things were coming from. And it made me think it's always that way. It is always that way. And in Minnesota, in some of our toughest hours this winter, it wasn't title, elected position, or money that led us out of that. It was grassroots leadership and neighbors who stood up and said, not on our watch. Not on our watch are you going to do this. And you can trace that lineage back to Selma and Montgomery. You can trace it to Stonewall. You can trace it wherever you want. And it's good people standing up. And I just have to tell you, the privilege of getting to know this community, the privilege of working with the Reconnect Rondo people, the folks that understand the damage that was done, does not give us an excuse to not do anything about it and to say, well, that's just the way it was. And Marvin's right. This happened all across the country. It happens to this day. When we decide we're going to build a highway, we build it through communities of color and black communities. When we decided in Minnesota we were going to build a nuclear reactor, we put it on indigenous land in the middle of the river and said, you deal with it. Those things need to change. That's what progress looks like. That's what Juneteenth was all about. Because look, incredible words. We deem these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And then a little later, we wrote the Constitution. Well, 3/5 thing and that, and all the other things. And it was always that striving towards a more perfect union. And now we see an administration that thinks progress is erasing the history of slavery, not doing anything about equality. And I'm not a nonprofit, so I can be political. But I think it's always been, and why this plaza, and why this gathering of neighbors, and what always moved me about being here on Juneteenth was a relatively small gathering of folks who bring themselves here, a humble group of folks, but you heard it, the impact that these names made and their families made, not just on Rondo, but on Minnesota, are immense. And to see the young people here, look, this is about as screwed up as things can be, but I feel pretty damn optimistic about this next generation. They stand with their neighbors. They stand with the idea that all of us should be included. They're not willing to be tolerant of discrimination or making someone feel less. And they are incredibly optimistic themselves, even though, let's be candid, they've been dealt a pretty stinking hand that they've seen over the last decade or two. But they're still standing. So for each of you, I understand what it means. It means to be, those old white guys can sometimes be good allies. And I had the privilege this week to be with my dear friend Kamala Harris as she's in Europe showing what America can be. And watching those rooms in Vienna stand and cheer and cry when an accomplished woman of decency and compassion and vision walks into that room, and remembering America's still got a good side to it. America's still got good things out there. But I'll tell you what, I'll be damned if we are going to be the nation we can be, that we're going to erase the things that should have been done differently. If we're going to erase the pain that went into it. If we're not going to talk about John Lewis in our schools, I'll be damned if that's the way it's going to be. We're going to talk about it. And we're not going to erase ethnic studies, because I'm damn proud the Hmong community is here, Mayor, in this community. So our newest immigrants are taking it. But our Somali community standing firm, our Hispanic community standing firm, and they're not going to erase that history. There's more of us, and there's more decency, and there's more people committed to this little piece of land here on this plaza. The blood, sweat, and tears that went into moving towards that more perfect union can't be forgotten. So I understand when you get these are not an attaboy. They're more a kick in the butt. Keep doing stuff. Keep doing more things. Keep standing up. And I have to tell you, with this leadership you see here, I feel very, very confident about Minnesota. And when I see the young folks out here, when I see Howard graduates standing up, I'm sure Madam Vice President would be incredibly proud today, another Howard grad. So we're in good hands. The fight will go on. And we know that core issue that we've all fought so hard for, we're going to get to exercise that in 4 months. And they can talk all they want about voting irregularities or ever. We're going to vote, and we're going to count them fairly, and they're going to lose, and we're going to put good people in, and then we're going to get to work doing things. So it's my privilege today to be able to once again, and thanking the Senate and thanking what happened in Congress, but here in Minnesota also, the ability to be able to recognize today as Juneteenth across Minnesota. Thank you, Rondo.
I want to tell you that I want to also acknowledge Gwen Walsh, who's up here on the stage, the governor, who is always there standing by his side, as well as helping to do the work. And they just got off a plane. Okay, so that's the other thing, is they were in Austria last night, and now we're here. Still made this celebration. Oops. Like I said, jangly. So once we thought about the governor, we started to look around. and say, you know, there's a number of people who have done good work, are doing good work, have been here for our community. And as we looked at that, we looked around at the representation. Representation is something that is very, very important. And what you see in the Lieutenant Governor is representation at the highest level. As a member of the White Earth Band of Ojibwe and the 50th Lieutenant Governor, she is the highest ranking Native person in office right now. And she's worked on homelessness. She works on issues of children and education. And one of the things that I really appreciate is our daughters both have the same name and spelled the exact same way. But I have known the Lieutenant Governor that probably the longest in terms of being down in the trenches. We both started out at grassroots level campaigns, working on the streets, working through the communities, on up to the highest office that any Native person holds. She is somebody who shows up when you need her. She's somebody who goes ahead and rolls up her sleeves and gets to work on the issues. And for her service as Lieutenant Governor, for her specific work that she has done in that capacity, we thought this is also an individual who gives distinguished service, and we want to honor that. So I want to bring up Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan for a Distinguished Service Medal of Honor.
Pretty good. Well, good afternoon, Rondo. I am so honored and humbled to be here with you today. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Buju Peggy Flanagan and Dishnakaz Gijuweba Demakwe and Dago Guabagag and Kagnandun Chaba Mangadodame. My name is Peggy Flanagan. My Ojibwe name is Speaks in a Loud and Clear Voice Woman. I'm a member of White Earth. My family's the Wolf Clan. The role of our clan is to ensure that we're never leaving anyone behind, which is why I feel right at home here at Rondo. I'm so grateful to the leadership of Marvin Anderson, and I am so grateful for the leadership of Jonathan Palmer and for the community elders who are here today and the folks who continue to hold the fight and hold the memory of what was here, but what can be here once again. We are in a moment where there are a lot of folks who would like us to forget our history, who would like us to have one version of the truth. We cannot afford that. The young people here cannot afford that. Our future generations cannot afford for us to forget where we come from and the history on this very place. When I think about Juneteenth, I think about liberation, but I also think about the folks who protected the community, the folks who protected the children, and the folks who thought about a beautiful future, who imagined more of what was possible. And that is the work that happens in Rondo, and that is the work of Reconnect Rondo every single day. So I know that there are folks who may want us to be discouraged in this moment. There may be folks who want us to sort of sneak quietly off into the night. But I know that it is time for us to be louder than ever before. To use our voices to say that we will continue to tell the truth, we will continue to lift up future generations so they know who they are and where they come from, and that we can dream big and dream bold and be able to talk about our communities. And that if people say diversity, equity, and inclusion don't belong here, they're just wrong. Because it is the power of our identity. It is the power of what people have lived through, what they have fought for, who have died for our liberation, who are willing to continue in that fight. So let me say this. I know that the folks around here, and I think about Marvin, and I think about, Jonathan, and I think about Debbie and your leadership, and what I know is that your occupation is one thing, but your vocation, your commitment to this community, your commitment to our children, your commitment to the vision of what is possible when we invest and we rebuild, and when things are led by and for community, that vocation, regardless of what your day job is, that continues. So I am honored and humbled to be your lieutenant governor, but I am honored and humbled to be in this fight with all of you, shoulder to shoulder, till victory is won. Thank you so much.
Juneteenth is not just about celebration of African American culture. It's also about freedom. And it's also about all cultures. And I love that you spoke in your native tongue. I love when we hear that, because there are children out here who hear that, who understand that the world is a little bit different than what their parents grew up in, that it's a little bit more open, and that people are making a difference. We're getting out of the shadows of keeping diversity hidden, keeping it covered, and keeping it down. So I love looking at this stage, and I agree with the governor. Men, especially white men, have kind of screwed things up, and then you look at this and you're like, oh, we're going to be okay now. This is going to, we got good representation now. I want to bring up next, our next award is going to a woman I met back when she was chief of staff for R.T. Ryback, and in Minneapolis. And she, went on to do Dayton's campaign and a number of different things. But I really got to work with her when she became the senator. And she has been somebody who, when you've needed something in D.C., when an issue needed to be raised, when it needed to
Again, we have been listening in right now in Minneapolis as they celebrate Juneteenth over there. Of course, in Minnesota, we were able to bring you a ton of the ways Milwaukee is celebrating Juneteenth today. It's actually the 55th annual Juneteenth celebration for Milwaukee, able to bring you parts of that parade, that opening ceremony, as well as the vendor market. Of course, I do want to take another live look here at Nomad, where they have somehow fit even more people into this outdoor watch party for Team USA. That game officially underway. They're taking on Australia right now in Seattle. It is 0-0, or as I've learned in our World Cup coverage, they like to say 0-0 when it's 0-0. I imagine that this is going to be electric if and when Team USA does score. Oh! I think we just caught it live. I think Team USA might have just scored a goal, you guys. Maddie says they just scored. Wait, I'm so excited that we caught that moment live right here on the Wisconsin Live Desk as I was describing how electric it must be at Nomad if and when we score a goal. Okay, 1-0. Team USA here now in the lead against Australia. Look at the crowd right then, just erupting for that goal. Delaney, we always just get our timing wrong, and today we just got it right. We got it right today. Oh, I'm thrilled right now that we just caught that moment. I just got like a boost of energy having just gotten to see that live here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Okay, Team USA beating Australia now 1-0. If you did miss quite the announcement earlier a couple of hours ago from the head coach for Team USA, they did announce that Christian Pulisic out for today's match. He is still dealing with a leg injury that he actually got during World Cup match 1 for Team USA as they took on Paraguay. He did hurt his leg, so they kind of pulled him at halftime. At the time, I think Team USA was winning 3-0. So he'll not be in the game today against Australia. Otherwise, wise, the starting lineup was the same, minus Christian Pulisic being out. They do kind of seem optimistic. It sounds like he's doing all right, that it was going to be a game time decision if he did or didn't play. And they really did say that the recovery process is looking pretty good. So the next game will be next Thursday against Turkey in Los Angeles. It sounds like Christian Pulisic should be back in the lineup then, but we'll absolutely keep you in the loop for any and all updates there. Okay. Going back out to Nomad here as we go to a break, but I love how electric it just was outside as all these people crammed in, got to celebrate that goal for Team USA. I did learn that it can get so crowded that they actually have to cut off and they don't let any new people in. I would imagine we're getting close to capacity because it's a lot of people right now right there at Nomad. We'll take a quick break, then we'll get you back out. Oh, I have to go to Slack. There's something in Slack here. Let me check. That's the way we all communicate. Oh my gosh, Australia scored the goal for USA. Oh my gosh, imagine being that Australian player. Okay, so we did score the goal, but this is going to be the most bizarre goal of the World Cup, according to Maddie, that heard it from our streaming EP, Carrie. It turns out that Australia scored the goal for USA, obviously accidentally. Delaney, Maddie, if that was us, that's going to keep them up at night for a while, whoever that Australian player was. Oh my gosh, well, we caught the reaction to, I'm going to call it the strangest goal made so far in the World Cup, and I love that the crowd was like, we don't care, it's still a goal. I'll be looking that up on my own time after Wisconsin Live Desk. All right, we are going to take a quick break. Then I think we're going to check out Desserts at Greek Fest in Waukesha. Stay with us. Everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. Haley Spittler here with you at 2:16. As a reminder, if you're watching us right now on Fox Local, FOX6Now.com, maybe the Fox 6 YouTube page, thanks so much for being with us on the Live Desk. Highly recommend turning your TV on to Fox 6 right now because Team USA currently taking on Australia. Live look here at Nomad where it is absolutely packed with all of those Team USA fans. We did watch this crowd erupt in a cheer just before we took the last break as they got that goal. Something just happened they're happy about again. Not the same goal reaction, but they are certainly clapping and celebrating. I did look it up, you guys, and it is crazy to see that the Australian player is technically the one responsible for that Team USA goal. In his defense, the ball gets kicked near him. It deflects off his cleat into the net there. But a goal's a goal. Team USA is on top, and we'll absolutely take it, even if it was thanks to Team Australia there. So much to do right now in Milwaukee. Obviously, obviously go out to Nomad if you want to cheer on Team USA or any of the games on Fox 6 tonight. It's a good lineup. You could go to Summerfest, you could go to Juneteenth, or you could go to Greek Fest. I want to go ahead and bring back in our reporter, Brett Lemoyne. He already joined us once as we learned how to make a Greek cheese dish. And one thing I've learned, actually, Brett, I've learned two things from you if you're going to Greek Fest. One, stretchy pants. Two, go hungry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is the best advice that you could possibly get. Haley, I'm just gonna try this is some sweetbread, some Greek sweetbread. This is actually my second dessert of the day. If you've been following, I started with dessert, then went to an appetizer. Now we're back to desserts. It's a very stressful day here on Fox 6 as people come out to a little part of Greece by way of Waukesha. As we said earlier, this is the first time really in 60 years that Greek Fest has not been held inside Milwaukee County. They've moved out to Waukesha County for a very special event. So I want to bring in Callie here. Callie, as I gnaw on this delicious bread, that your mom made this, right? And your whole
a lot of the women bake at our church, so we call them the baking angels. They make all the pastries from scratch, but yeah, sareki is really a sweet bread. We serve it a lot around holidays or special occasion, which nothing's more special than Greek Fest.
Yeah. How does it feel being in Waukesha County?
I love Waukesha County. I grew up here, so there's a lot of ties for me. It's a great community, and we're excited to give back and bring Greek Fest to a new location.
That's fantastic. Callie is a fellow Waukesha West grad, so it's always nice to spend time with a fellow Wolverine. We're a couple of years apart, but that's okay. Shout out to Brian Foley, who's watching, my geometry teacher. And basketball coach, was he?
He used to work the score table at the games I was playing.
Gotcha. Nice, very nice. Okay. Let's get back to the Greek goodness here. This is really where it's at. And you've very strategically placed the desserts right by the entry.
Yes. Everyone wants a sweet treat. You sometimes just hit it when you come in, or you get it after your meal, so you can never go wrong.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go inside the tent because they're cooking. Everything that you make is fresh, right? I mean, it's all made right here, which is incredible. And it's just a huge testament to the workers that are so busy doing their thing here. In every tent, you find something new, and these are the honey puffs that are being made right now. So what is the Greek pronunciation here?
It is a loukamades, which is a honey puff, but essentially they're little mini deep fried donuts. So here, Jeff, you can see him, he's mixing the dough. So we make everything from scratch, all the ingredients with our recipe that's been passed down for generations. The dough has to get to a certain temperature before we can actually fry it. So it has to rise because of the yeast. And then we fry them directly in here and make all the orders fresh. So they just drop down, through that machine.
That's amazing. And Callie, one of the things that is so interesting to me is that, you've set this whole thing up at the Expo Center, in a matter of days, and you've got all this cooking equipment and everything. What was it like just preparing for this?
We prepare, honestly, almost 365 days a year. We're talking about the layout of the festival, which tents are going to go where, practicing recipes, make sure all the equipment is ready for usage, right? We have to test these machines, look for the recipes. The women have to bake. There's a lot that goes into this. So it's not just the 3-day operation. It's an annual thing.
Yeah, and it's, again, for a good cause. We were talking to Greg earlier about this, first and foremost, is a fundraiser for the church. Where does all that money go?
Yeah, really, it supports our church, our ministries, and making sure, we can have our site and facilities, and really supporting our community and everyone that goes to our church. Our church has been around for generations, and this is the 60th festival, and nothing's more important than supporting our community for us, but we love the support that we receive back from the community to really help our church.
Look at that, and look, there they go, down into the deep fryer. Oh, man. We were joking earlier saying that you got to wear elastic pants, you got to fast maybe before you come in here. But it's true, isn't it? There's so much good food, and that is part of the Greek culture.
Yes, and I always say calories don't count on Greek Fest because you have to try everything. Doesn't matter. It's just worth the calories, so you don't even bother. Don't even bother.
Yeah. And this is someone special that's doing the deep frying here too. This is your dad doing
Yes, this is my dad. So my dad fries the dough, and my mom is actually in here too, selling right now. So it's special to get to do it with my parents, and my brother works in the bulk meats. So everyone's here, and it's been really great being able to do this with my mom and dad.
And it's not just your family that has that type of story, right? I mean, every tent you go in, there is someone that has, you know, their brother, their sister, their mother, their father, their son, their daughter. I mean, it is a true community out here.
Yeah, I think that's really what's special about the Greek culture, right? Is we're family with each other, like obviously my mom and dad, but our Greek family, like our whole church is one big happy family. We all know each other by name. We see each other every Sunday, and we can work together to really put on this big festival because it takes everyone. It's a bunch of volunteers that come together, and everyone on the grounds working is a parishioner at our church. These are all volunteers. We don't have any paid staff, right? It's all of us.
Yeah, and it's the whole weekend. So tell us about the hours.
Yeah, so today, Friday and Saturday, it is 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on Sunday, it's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we'll be here, you know, serving food the entire time. There's rides, the Greek dancers, there's bands, everything. So we kind of have a really packed agenda and schedule.
What do you want to say to somebody who's watching who maybe they live, like, because you yourself, as we already said, you grew up in Waukesha. It's the first time that this is going to be in Waukesha. Maybe someone has not traveled to State Fair Park for your previous incarnations. What do you want them to know about you being here in this community?
Yeah, we'd love for you to come check it out and see what we have to offer. All the food is homemade and authentic. It's like being in Greece. It's, you know, giving back to a parish that needs it as a good fundraiser, like we said. And Waukesha County has been great to us so far, and hopefully this weekend goes well and we can keep it here for years to come.
Yeah, and before we go, because baklava, big deal, right? I mean, that's what everybody kind of knows. You have a unique twist on that. You have two unique twists on that here that you can't really find anywhere else. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so baklava, like we said, is made homemade by all the baking angels. So they make it, and then we sell it in like our pastry boxes or just baklava by itself. But across the way over there in the Cafaneo tent, we do baklava sundaes. So it's ice cream, baklava, chocolate sauce, whipped cream, all layered together. It's a really good treat, especially when the weather is nice. You have to get a baklava sundae.
Oh, I already did. And it was, I ate I licked the bowl, frankly, because it was so good. But then you also have the drinks too.
Yes, at the Cafaneo tent, they do a traditional Greek coffee, which is hot, an American coffee, and then really what they're famous for is the frappe, which is an iced coffee that really originated in Greece. Perfect for a cool day, and everything is, once again, made to order.
Oh, I love it. Well, Callie, thank you so much. The hospitality here has been fantastic. The food has been phenomenal, and it's certainly something that I think a lot of people are going to want to come and check out this weekend here at the Waukesha County Expo Center. Haley, I'm telling you, I wasn't lying when I said I started with dessert. We worked our way up to an appetizer. We worked our way back, I guess I should say, appetizer. We're back on dessert again. Maybe before I go, I'm going to have to try some of that famous chicken with that amazing seasoning.
Brett.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm working my way around all the meals for today, out of order.
Brett, I am incredibly jealous of you. Everything you mentioned, I want to try that. And the fact that you're getting to eat all these yummy things, you have the best gig ever today. And you've really done a good job of selling us. I think a lot of us are going to be heading to Waukesha this weekend to go to Greek Fest. We appreciate you joining us not once but twice, Brett.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for now I can exhale and let another notch out of my belt here now that I'm off.
Hey, calories don't count if it's at Greek Fest. That's what we learned.
Right.
That's what we learned. Brett Lemoyne there reporting live for us. He is the absolute best, but I am quite jealous of him. Maybe he'll save some Greek food for all of us. All right, we're going to take a quick break here on the live desk. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Live Desk.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wisconsin Live Desk. Haley Spittler here with you at 2:28 on your Friday. Of course, happy Juneteenth to everybody joining us here on the Live Desk. We were so excited to bring you parade coverage earlier this morning, and of course, we continue to show you the opening ceremony. And Bria joined us with Durante and Andrew at the beginning of Wisconsin Live Desk as we had that team coverage for you at Juneteenth. Of course, right now everybody's talking about Team USA taking on Australia. The match is ongoing. We're 28 minutes in. Team USA currently winning 1-0 against Australia. Live look here at Nomad, where it is absolutely packed with a lot of people, I'm sure, off work today and enjoying the beautiful weather out there. As a reminder, if you are heading to any watch parties or maybe Summerfest this evening, there is a chance of a scattered shower kind of starting after 7 p.m., so just be weather aware if you're heading out. But of course, if you're joining us right now on any of our digital platforms, turn your TV on with us. We'll watch on one screen Team USA, and on the other screen Wisconsin Live Desk. Sam Kramer standing by, ready to take over, get you through this final hour of the Live Desk. We're going to leave just this Nomad camera up for you. We already caught the first goal. Maybe we'll catch the second goal while Sam kind of logs in and gets ready to take over the Live Desk. If you are just joining us, the big announcement out of this game was Christian Pulisic, the kind of star player of Team USA, not in the game today against Australia. He is still kind of rehabbing a little bit of a leg injury that he actually got during Game 1 against Paraguay. He left around the halfway point when his leg was hurt. It sounds like things are going well. You know, the coach said the recovery is going well. It was going to be a game time decision whether or not he played today, ultimately deciding to let him have a little extra rest time. So hopefully he'll be back next Thursday when Team USA takes on Turkey. But for now, we will leave that live look here at Nomad while Sam Kramer logs in. Thanks for joining me here on the Live Desk. Sam's got you from here.
Try that again. Hello, everybody. Sam Kramer here with you for the third hour of the Wisconsin Live Desk on this Friday, Juneteenth, June 19th, as we have been watching patiently our silent, albeit but incredible camera down at the Nomad World Pub on Brady Street in downtown Milwaukee. They're calling this their fan zone. You can actually see it in the upper left corner of your screen. They're spelling fan zone without the E as to avoid any copyright issues with the folks over at FIFA. The U.S. played its first match against Paraguay a week ago today. This place was packed. It was a Friday night. If memory serves me right, it almost seems like the crowd is exactly the same size, perhaps a little bit bigger, which is remarkable for it being 2:36 on a Friday afternoon. But it's perfect weather in Milwaukee to get outside and certainly have the TV tuned to Fox 6 as the U.S. currently leads Australia 1-0 in the 37th minute. I have the game on my phone, courtesy of Fox, that I am keeping an eye on. So if we see anything that's about to happen, as best we can, we will try to line up the live reaction from the hundreds and hundreds of, few hundred people, at least it looks like, down there for the block party, watch party, if you will, again, at Nomad World Pub. That is the big story, at least on the national stage, that we are following on this Friday. Also, it being Juneteenth, we had just a tremendous morning down with the Northcott Neighborhood House celebrating Milwaukee's 55th Juneteenth Jubilee Parade. We had a big, strong contingent from Fox 6 participate in that parade, as well as live coverage all throughout the morning, including taking over the Real Milwaukee Hour from 10 until 11 o'clock this morning. If you're watching either on the air or here on Fox Local, fun to see Bria Jones and Kim Murphy just kind of soak it all in as if it was like a Macy's Day Parade, if you will, right there along the parade route. And the festival continues. Drove by it on my way in. You can see still the party is going on. Love to see that. And again, it's for everyone, just bringing people together. So I think we'll step aside for a quick break. We're going to reset when we come back, get you caught up on everything that is happening. World Cup, what we are looking ahead to still in this final hour, which includes an important press conference that we are planning to take you to. And then again, what else is happening in Milwaukee this weekend? Hint, Summerfest. Big weekend in Milwaukee, as well as Father's Day. Keep it right here. You're watching the Wisconsin Live Desk. We'll be right back.
This is the Wisconsin Live Desk.
Hi, everybody. Sam Kramer back with you here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. It is 2:40 on this Friday, June 19th. Juneteenth, again, celebrating the federal holiday all across the country, including here in Milwaukee, where Northcott Neighborhood House celebrating the 55th anniversary of Milwaukee's Juneteenth celebration. As I'm looking at our sources here, looks like President Trump just walked off of Air Force One. He is greeting some gathered military. I believe he's making some joint remarks at Joint Base Andrews. Just listen in. Oh, don't like the music there, only because we cannot use that for streaming purposes. So I'm going to keep this down. But you hear them playing Lee Greenwood's hit song there as the president, again, speaking with some gathered military. He traveled to Joint Base Andrews to formally unveil a new presidential aircraft today that was donated by the government of Qatar. This is a 747, will serve as Air Force One, painted a bit differently than the plane that has currently served as Air Force One. It has that light blue. We've seen it a couple of times, right? Both on this program. I've actually seen it a couple of times in person at Mitchell International Airport, particularly in the presidential campaign season when they log a lot of miles flying all around the country. So the president continuing to shake the hands of, again, gathered military there. I'm trying to see, what else can we pull up on this new plane? Looking at some information. So yeah, I believe the president is expected to deliver some remarks soon. From what I'm gathering here from Fox's reporting, it seems that the president actually designed the paint scheme, which we saw while we were in break, but you haven't seen it yet. The close-ups that you can see is that it's a white base, and it has a red stripe, some red and blue text on the side of it. So we'll keep an eye on that, certainly, and perhaps listen to some of the president's remarks there, again, from Joint Base Andrews. Other big story that we are following across the country today is the FIFA World Cup 2026. United States playing its second group match against Australia. Could be its toughest test as part of this group. Now, because of the broadcast restrictions, we cannot show you that match. You should know that by now, certainly, if you're a loyal viewer here on Fox Local. We can get creative, though. This is a weather camera, I believe, picture from... This is normally Lumen Field, home of the Seattle Seahawks. The big stadium right behind it is T-Mobile Park, home of the Seattle Mariners. For the purposes of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, this is Seattle Stadium, and that has to do with brand deals, right? So, again, we cannot show you the broadcast, but you can see people there are playing down on the pitch. You can see the score as well if you kind of squint your eyes and look a little bit above the center of the screen. On the left, United States 1, Australia 0. It is now in the 44th minute, so just about wrapping up the first half. They'll add on some minutes of stoppage time due to the fact that they are having hydration breaks in every single match, whether it's indoors or outdoors, to kind of level the playing field and accommodate these teams from all over the country that many of them don't typically deal with the heat that the United States does. As I just check here, what even is the temperature in Seattle today? 75. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad to me, but I'm not the one running around on the pitch for close to an hour and 40 minutes. So that is something that we are watching. I just want to quickly show this, again, camera that we have down at Nomad World Pub in downtown Milwaukee on Brady Street. They have a couple of screens. So kind of up toward the left-hand corner is generally the bigger screen where people are watching this match. We have positioned this camera as not to conflict with any of, again, the broadcast restrictions for everyone that is covering the FIFA World Cup. So hoping, if we can, to keep an eye on this. Although as I'm looking on my phone here, VAR, that would be the virtual assistant referees, are checking a goal. Yeah, and there you go. You see the United States just was awarded a second goal, and you're seeing the reaction live here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. They were reviewing to see if whomever scored that goal was offside. So they kind of, similar to the NFL where they go to New York and some officials that are gathered there say, okay, yes, it was good to go, or no, it was not. They have officials there that are on site, have access to all of Fox's cameras that are able to see if that goal was in fact scored legally. And they're hugging Alex Freeman, the son of Packers wide receiver Antonio Freeman, who looks like he may have scored his first World Cup goal, off of a set piece. Looks like he got it in on a header. You're just going to have to trust me on that one, again, because we can't show it to you. So, right now, if you're keeping score at home, the United States leads Australia 2-0. I'm going to go back to that Lumen Field Cam. Yep, there you go. Excuse me, Seattle Field Cam. 2-0 United States, the scoreboard now says. So, there you go. It's all about creativity here on Fox Local and on the Wisconsin Live Desk. We doing our best to provide you the news and the big stories of the day as they happen. As such, let's go back out to Joint Base Andrews, where President Trump is now speaking ahead of the dedication of this new plane gifted from Qatar that will be used as Air Force One.
The greatest military anywhere in the world. And you saw that in Iran, where in 1 week, virtually, we knocked out their entire Navy, their entire Air Force, their anti-missile weapons, their radar. We knocked out everything. Now, some of the fake news would say, oh, we didn't do it fast enough or something. We took about a week. We're a little spoiled by Venezuela, but equal, I would say equal. And now we have an agreement that was signed last night, and it's 60 days. They have to make a deal, otherwise we will do things that won't make them happy, but I don't think it's going to get to that. I think it's going to be very good. Remember, if we do that, then all of a sudden you're not going to have the oil flowing out of the strait too quickly, because people that own billion-dollar ships don't love missiles flying over them, don't love mines all over the water. And this is going to be amazing what's happening now, because we have the greatest economy that we've ever had. We have $19.2 trillion coming into our country from other countries and people, but a lot of other countries are coming in, including Qatar, who was so nice in providing. You know, we were at a little bit of a logjam. We're waiting for I call them the normal 747s, and I asked the Emir if we could use the brand new 747 that he got had when we first heard about it, 800 hours. 800 hours for an airplane is essentially, I think, Troy, you could say that's a brand new plane. And I said, we'd like to use it for a little while because the planes are pretty old. Our planes are old. See, a normal president wouldn't do this. A normal president wants to stay away from aircraft. We don't want to order any aircraft so that everybody thinks, but our country has to be represented properly. That includes we have the greatest military in the world. We have the greatest aircraft anywhere in the world, military fighters and bombers, and the B-2 bomber, you saw what that did. And we should have a plane. And we're going to have, as you know, we ordered two for a long time ago. They ordered, and they're coming in. And the hangar was built for the large plane. The other plane is such a difference in size. But there will never be one like this. This is very unique. This is considered the world's most luxurious plane. When it was built at a level that will probably never be seen again. And if the press would like, I don't know if it's going to help me with stories. I don't think they'll be any different. But what we're going to do is we're going to take you for just a quick tour. The press is actually going to, oh, look at them. They're actually smiling. Are you smiling? The first time I've seen them smile in years. They don't smile at Republicans. They should smile at Republicans because we're the ones that make America great. Anyway, but that's good. You happy about that? We'll do it. All right. So when I leave, they're going to take you for a little tour. You'll see something you won't even believe. And you'll be spending a lot of time. We're doing a lot of trips. We'll be going to Turkey. We'll be going at some point during the year back to China. President Xi's coming here in September. But we're going back for a big conference that's in China. I said I'd do that. And I want to thank China because, to be honest, I asked President Xi not to get involved with Iran. And they get 50% of their oil from the Strait. But I asked him not to get involved. And then he said he wouldn't, and he didn't. I mean, very nice, actually. Very nice. So I appreciate that. But we'll be doing a lot of traveling together. The workmanship of this plane is, when you see it, you won't believe it, actually. The quality of woods, the quality of the materials, the quality of the engines. These engines are the finest, they're the best in the world. Nothing like it. So it's really an honor, and I want to thank the Emir of Qatar. He's a fantastic guy. He went through a lot over the last few months. He's very brave, as were Saudi Arabia, the Crown Prince, and the King of Saudi Arabia, who's in good health. He's a little older. Got a little bit, I knew him when he was a little bit younger. I've known him all for a long time, but the Crown Prince is a fantastic person. And UAE Mohammed from UAE, incredible. He's an incredible fighter. They're all incredible fighters. And they fought with us, and they've been loyal to us. And I appreciate it. Also Kuwait, Bahrain, and some others. And obviously we fought very well with Israel. And we've had a great relationship with Israel. We were very formidable. And Bibi Netanyahu, he's a warrior prime minister. And he should be acknowledged as that. They should give him credit, because he really did. We had a very good relationship, General, with all of them, but we really fought hard with Israel. And frankly, I feel that if we weren't around, let's say if there wasn't this presidency, we rebuilt our military during my first term. Some of it was foolishly given away by the Biden administration. Nobody can even understand that, but not much compared, a lot, but not much compared to what we built. And then a lot was given away by Biden to Ukraine, and they should pay for it, meaning the Europeans should pay for it, but that wasn't in the cards for them. They didn't, nobody asked them to pay. All you have to do is say, take our military, just pay us. Just pay us. Nobody asked. I said, why didn't you pay? Nobody asked us to, sir. I was with the European leaders over the weekend. I said, we gave you $350 billion worth of planes, 300 of weapons of all kinds and other things. And they said, why? I said, why didn't you? And he said, well, nobody ever asked us. So we're going to, now they do pay, Europe pays, and we're trying to get that war ended, Ukraine and Russia. I'd like to see it end. A lot of people. Last week it was reported 34,000 people died. Soldiers, mostly soldiers. I've ended 8 wars. I'm very proud of it, but this was the one I thought might be the easiest of all, and it's turned out to be a little more difficult, but we're going to get it done. I want to thank the Secretary of the Air Force, who's a friend of mine. He's highly respected. He's a great guy. He's doing a wonderful job out here. Troy, thank you very much. Troy Mink, thank you very much, Troy. Great job. And he loves it, don't you? He likes beautiful aircraft. Now, we have beautiful aircraft. We have a thing called the F-47. I'm sure you haven't heard of it. But they say it's stage 6. They say it's the greatest fighting machine ever developed. We'll find out.
All right, so we have been listening to
47.
President Trump make some remarks before. Sounds like members of the press will be able to get a little bit of a tour of this new plane to be used as Air Force One. Again, if you missed it, donated from Qatar. It's got a new paint scheme. We will see what the inside looks like and see if we can get that to you in the next 35 minutes or so. Again, the other big story that we are following nationally is the fact the U.S. men's national team playing its second group match of this FIFA World Cup and doing well so far. Let's go back to Seattle Stadium, where it is halftime. You see the sprinklers going on the field to keep it cool, to keep the speed at which the ball bounces and rolls and moves, frankly, for these matches, as well as the players, at a high speed with a hydrated field. It is 2-0, United States leading Australia at halftime with another 45 minutes plus however long of stoppage time to go. With these built-in mandated hydration breaks, they've usually been around 5 to about 8 minutes So that's when things can get a little tense, a little tight. Love that we have this shot to be able to see what is going on without dipping into the broadcast, which we cannot do here on streaming. We go back to Nomad World Pub down on Brady Street in Milwaukee. Perfect time to go back to the bar, grab cold ones there. You can see they got the tents there outside. And again, this is the street right next to Nomad. It's on the corner of Brady and it escapes me right now. But this fan zone that they have created, Brian Cramp was there the opening day of the FIFA World Cup in the morning, all throughout Fox 6 Wake Up, and just the ingenuity. Like, soccer bars have had to be so creative, especially with the biggest leagues in the world playing internationally in Europe, where the time zone really just makes it difficult. I know some of these places will open their doors at 5:30 or 6 in the morning just because dozens of people want to come in and watch a match halfway around the world. So we don't have our own team, but there is a strong soccer fan base here in the United States and in Milwaukee. So if you're looking on where can I go, if for some reason you want to go experience this, here are a couple of bars in the Milwaukee area. So Nomad, we've shown that camera. Red Lion Pub, Red Lions, and Three Lions Pub. Three Lions is a nod to the English team. That's their logo. Champions Pub, Highbury Pub. Highbury is a reference to the English club Arsenal, and then as well as the Potawatomi Sportsbook, always a good place to go if you're looking for anywhere to watch a match. Big news ahead of this one is that the man they call Captain America, screen left here, Christian Pulisic, was out for this match. He suffered a calf injury during the country's first World Cup match against Paraguay when another player actually kind of rolled into him with his boots, as they call it, or his cleats, as we would call it, right into his calf. He'd been working on that in a makeshift gym at their practice facility basically all week long. And so I was hearing from the manager, Mauricio Pochettino, who said, you know, we feel strong about where we are going in this tournament. It doesn't make sense to rush him back. And so the man they call, again, Captain America, Christian Pulisic, is out for this match. Doesn't seem to be affecting the U.S. just yet, again, as they lead 2-0 over Australia. Let's see, what else do we have here? So here's today's schedule. The United States playing Australia right now. Then at 5, Scotland takes on Morocco. Both of those teams pretty good. Morocco has some strong talent. That will be in the Massachusetts area, home of the New England Patriots as well as MLS's New England Revolution. If you haven't seen, Scotland and Scottish fans have just absolutely taken over the Northeast, particularly Boston. So much so that Boston is signing a sister city agreement with Glasgow, Scotland. Things you can only see during the World Cup. And then we rounded out tonight with Brazil taking on Haiti. That is at 8 o'clock our time. So pretty good day with some perennial powerhouse teams there. Brazil rounding it out on this Friday, the FIFA World Cup. So that, again, is the Nomad camera as everyone's just kind of hanging out and waiting for the second half to begin. All right, so I'm going to bring it back here. The other big story that we are following locally that actually does have some national attention as well is yesterday's release of Salah Sarsour. That name may sound familiar to you, again, if you're watching us here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. He is president of the Islamic Society of Milwaukee, 13th and Layton. And he spent 80 days in ICE detention. This is somebody who is a huge figure, again, a leader in the Muslim community here in Milwaukee, who his attorneys say was wrongfully jailed and detained because he is not afraid to speak about his support for Palestine. And he was detained, again, arrested, and then held for 80 days. We're going to take you, I'm just going to show you this shot. This is what we are watching for. There's going to be a press conference supposed to be any minute now. So when he does take the stage, or take this podium, I believe it's going to be some of his legal representation, his attorneys. This has gathered a lot of attention, not just locally, but nationally, because it is a political story in that this is an immigration issue. We received some statements today from ICE, and statements from Sarsour's attorneys yesterday speak to, they feel that his First Amendment rights are being validated, and that, in fact, that is what the judge, federal judge here assigned to his case, agreed with in saying that his First Amendment rights are being infringed. Over the last 80 days, Sarsour's family has said that he's not receiving the medication that he needs for diabetes. We were there at the Islamic Society of Milwaukee as he actually pulled up and was met with just dozens of supporters that were waiting and hoping to see him, and certainly they did. They surrounded him, hugged him, welcomed him home. He offered some brief remarks last night and said he's only here because of the community's support. As you see there, a little girl holding the Palestine flag, several of them holding the Palestine flag. And so, again, story there. We have a crew there. Abril Preciado brought us this story last night. In case they're about to start, I just want to wait and see. I don't want to jump away just yet. And so what we're watching our photojournalists do is kind of gather some video that they will be using for this story tonight while waiting for this press conference to begin. I'm going to pull up in my email here. Yeah, so we actually received a statement from ICE this morning, who we had reached out to, our political reporter Jason Calvi, and then Christina Van Zelst, our reporter, who continued this story for us in the 9 and 10 o'clock hours. They'd reached out to ICE with questions because his representation says that he was mistreated while he was held in detention. And you see him there still hugging members of the community that have supported him. Democrats have also supported him and kind of rallied around Salah Sarsour as well, seeing this as a political issue. Where he was held, this was in the Clay County Jail in Indiana. The U.S. District Judge James Hanlon in Indiana ordered that Sarsour be released immediately on his personal recognizance. In the order, he wrote that he presented a substantial claim of First Amendment retaliation. He was detained back in March. And this was, I believe, a bit of a surprise to, again, elected leaders here in the Milwaukee area, as well as the state. Pretty much Democrats at every level that are elected into office in Wisconsin criticized the Trump administration for detaining Salah Sarsour, who you're seeing the back of again right now. And so the reason why the federal government pointed to convictions that he received from an Israeli military court. Those allegations include that he threw a Molotov cocktail at the home of people that served in Israel's armed forces. He and his attorneys deny those charges, says he's being targeted again for his support of Palestine, which he is not shy about. Again, pointing to the fact that we see several people there holding the Palestinian flag and waving them around. And so this has really kind of captured, perhaps served as the next chapter in the immigration story that continues to unfold during the Trump administration. So right now, still kind of exchanging pleasantries, saying hello to people that are there, but it doesn't look like they are starting just yet. So I'll tell you what, we're going to step away for a quick break and hope to get back to the start of this press conference with Salah Sarsour. You're watching the Wisconsin Live Desk. We'll be right back.
Live Desk.
Hi, everybody. Sam Kramer back with you here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. Looks like we timed it out just right as the start of this press conference with Salah Sarsour's legal team is beginning. Let's listen in.
It's a beautiful day for our dear, beloved brother Salah. So we obviously are very happy to have him back here. Before I turn over the microphone to him, we're going to hear a little bit from Salah. We're going to hear from his lead attorney, Luna Druby, who is from a firm in New York. We'll introduce her in a little bit. She will actually, for the media, take questions. Brother Salah right now has been advised not to take questions because this case is actually continuing. There's the federal case, the habeas case, there's the immigration case, and they will, the attorney will speak about that. We also have some representatives from various organizations that were very involved in working for the relief of Salah. I cannot tell you as an organization how proud we are of our community, both locally and across the United States, for what they did. We have not just attorneys and volunteers and people involved in the media, and I can't list all of them. Some of them that are right on this Zoom, Sister Hannah Ahmed, who is one of the leaders of the media team, is a child of this community. Her family is still in this community. But we have so many others. We have Jody, Dr. Jody Malamed, JVP, Jewish Voice for Peace, and Jews for Salah. We have the WMCA, Wisconsin Muslim Civic Alliance. We have all of you, the work that you did, the letters that you sent to the judge, or letters that were sent to Salah that kind of kept him going and kept his spirits alive. Those who contributed on Launch Good, and the people involved with Launch Good, and so many. You know, again, I don't want to offend so many people by not mentioning who they are, but God, Allah knows who you are and what you did and how you contributed and how you supported justice and how you supported, you know, this work against oppression and against unfairness and against our Constitution and Bill of Rights and the freedom of speech. And so I just wanted to say on behalf of the ISM, we are very proud of you. We appreciate everything that everybody did, no matter how large or big. We appreciate that. We thank you, and we ask God to bless each and every one of you. They're just so attached to their grandpa. I mean, they're just not letting him go, mashallah. We are going to have now Brother Salah say a bit about what his thoughts here.
Thank you very much, Brother Othman. Assalamu alaikum. And welcome everyone to the ISM. I am so happy and honored that after 11 Friday, I was not allowed to pray the Jum'ah prayer, which is gathering prayer with other Muslims. I used to pray by myself as an individual almost 99% of the time inside the jail. Finally, I am back, and I'm here with my grandchildren, with my family, with my dear community, with people of freedom, people of justice, people of faith, who stood with my cause and my case. Thank you very much, everyone. This means the world to me. I have a new life, and this life came from after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, came from your support and from your stand with justice and stand with my case, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. My dear brothers and sisters, media and everyone, my dear society, I am back to serve the community. Monday, we will have many meetings to continue building bridges more and more with other faiths, to building projects more and more for the future of our children. We are builders for goodness. We are against wrongdoing. We are against anything unjust, but anything with values, anything with justice, anything with support families, support education, support our kids and the future of our kids. We will be there and we will do the extra mile to make sure to deliver for the best future to everyone. This is who we are. I said the same thing when I was in jail, when I addressed the community few times through the phone, inside my room there, inside my cold room, I used to say it, because it's too cold, by the way, over there. And we'll continue doing the same, wherever we are, to do the mission, to support the community and society, and to deliver goodness everywhere, inshallah ta'ala. I really was hoping to see my mom before she traveled to Palestine. So the last few days in jail, I was insisting to Luna and her team, which is one of my attorneys. And by the way, I really want to thank the teams of attorneys who worked for my case, and especially the local one, which is Brother Munjid Ahmed, this hero, the community hero. And Brother Osman Atta. Those two pillars in this community, who you find in downtown Milwaukee in court fighting for any just cause for free, by the way. You find them in Chicago, you find them anywhere to stand with justice. And by the way, 90% or 99%, when they stand with people, it will be for free, with any just cause. They know how to differentiate between business and free cause, mashallah. And again, there's many attorneys who stood with me. I thank them all for what they did, and I thank the judge for his fairness and the way he chose to be a just judge. And honestly, he gave me hope of the system, that thanks God, we have still great people who can give right judgment for a better future. Because imagine myself, finally, I met my mom last night before she went back home. If the judge said something else, I will lose this opportunity, and she's 85 years old. And by the way, subhanAllah, 10 minutes before I went to jail, she spent 5 days in the hospital because of some heart problem. And I spent those 5 days, by the way, with her inside the hospital. Allah gave me the opportunity to be with her. During all night, I spent the nights with her in the same room to stand with my mom. Because for me, she's my mom and dad. My dad passed away when I was 4 years old. So she raised me as mom and dad. And I owe her to stand with her, not to be away from her now when she needs me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again gave me this opportunity to see her a day before. And at the same time to see my beautiful grandchildren. I have 9 grandchildren, and I'm breaking news, there's number 10 coming in the way. Inshallah ta'ala. They're all American citizens. And I have my daughter, Sundus. She came all the way from Memphis with her husband, with her kids. Beautiful girls, see them here, twins, and mashallah, beautiful girls, to be with me. And by the way, she has her 4th baby when I was in jail. Now it's like 65 or 70 days. And I was in jail when she had the birth of the baby. And it was very tough on her, to be honest with you. Very tough to have her baby with her kids while she knew that her dad going through what I was going through. And to have also my 6 sons, they all professionals. Alhamdulillah, my all kids finished from Salam School. And they all professional, finished colleges. All my 6 kids, they finished colleges. They born in the US, and they are American citizens. They are professional. They are the product of this community. They raised with this community, like other kids here in this community. We belong here. And we want to continue build here. So I hope, inshallah ta'ala, the future will be better, because we deserve a better future for all of us, inshallah ta'ala. And again, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate my dear community who stood with me, people of faith. Osman mentioned, I don't want to miss any names, honestly, or any group. Tens of groups, and I brought back with me more than 400 letters arrived to my room. And the guards there, they used to be shocked. And once, wallahi, one time, the guard came to me, a female guard, she told me, Salah, can you come and carry the mail? I can't carry it. What is this? And I have to walk outside to go carry my own mail because it was too heavy. It's 2 boxes of mails. Okay? I have like at least 40 letters from Dallas. I have like 20 to 30 letters from Michigan. I have like almost 70 letters from Chicago, medicine community, JVP and other groups who work hard in medicine. They send me tens of letters in Milwaukee, the Salam School, your family. I mean, if I will say raise hands, I'm sure like tens of you guys will raise hands and say, okay, I send you a letter, Salah. But it means a lot to someone who's going through unjust situation. Again, thank you very much. I owe you for this. I love you, and I promise you to continue working for better future, inshallah.
We love to have you back. It's a great feeling, and we're looking forward to working with you more on a daily basis. I want to call up, before we talk to the attorney, I would like to bring up Kareem Asafsua. This is Salah's eldest son. He took over from his dad. MashaAllah, he's a quiet guy, but he's a tremendous asset to the family. He took on a really major task, and he wants to talk a little bit about what it was like for the family for those 81 days.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for being here today. I mean, when you go back and realize your dad was kidnapped and you have to go find him and being overwhelmed with all those emotions and living every day as the nightmare continues, waking up every single day not knowing how your dad is, what's going on, if he's okay, if many other nights you also heard about the food poisoning that he was going through and stuff like that. So it was killing us as a family, and the news came to us as an earthquake to us and the community. My son insisted on bringing a blanket today, thinking that his grandfather is so cold from the nights that he spent over there. So when we heard the news yesterday and we rushed, we knew it was a dream come true, but we were worried that we were daydreaming. So we rushed, we made sure that we got there as fast as we can, and dreaming every day, hugging your father again, seeing him being back to the family, it was a dream come true. And it came true because of this amazing community, amazing leaders, amazing people that took the action and did what they had to do to make sure that he comes home. And for that, we thank all of you guys and the Wisconsin community and the cities across the nation. Thank you. He's back home. He's back home with his family, and we took a quiet night last night, knowing that he's home, sound asleep in his bed, and that he's among his family. So that's a big dream come true to us. And now we can actually call him every day, whenever we want, check on him whenever we want, see him whenever we want, and eat as one big family that we should have. What happened to him shouldn't have happened. We did the fight and we will continue doing the fight. Thank you so much.
All right, so we have just heard from Salah Sarsour as well as his son, his eldest son, about the impact of his detainment, again, by the federal government. He was held in a jail in Indiana, just released by order of a federal judge as he is fighting that detainment. And again, going to hear from his attorney here in just a bit. This is streaming on Fox Local as well as on our website, fox6now.com. Real Preciado is at this press conference for us. She'll provide us a full report still tonight. So as we switch from that story to Let's see. This would be Marine One at Joint Base Andrews. Just to show you real quick, President Trump and members of his cabinet just boarded this helicopter as they are about to leave Joint Base Andrews. Gonna guess they would be heading to the White House. Being in a helicopter, probably not going all that far. They debuted the new plane gifted to the U.S. by Qatar, a 747. That has a new paint scheme for Air Force One. After he said during his remarks, actually, that we listened to here on the Wisconsin Live Desk, after he leaves, so in the next couple of minutes here, the gathered press pool will get a chance to actually climb aboard this new plane, check it out, see what's different. The president and his administration have said that, while they were criticized about accepting this multi-million-dollar piece of aircraft from a foreign country, that there was such a need for a new advancements in technology, and updated, if you will, to the planes used for Air Force One, that they would be dumb not to take it. So they, over the last several months, it's been being prepared, both internally and externally. Again, the paint scheme kind of different, not the light blue with white that we're so used to seeing Air Force One. Instead, it's more of a white, almost a cream, if you will, with more red text and designs on it as well. So hang on this for just a little bit while the president, members of his administration, I believe I saw Secretary of State Marco Rubio climbing aboard this as they taxi down toward the runway where they will prepare to take off. Again, presuming back to the White House. A couple of helicopters doing that. All right, so we are keeping an eye on all things happening around the country. That includes, of course, maybe you got this going on your other screen at home, the FIFA World Cup 2026, United States playing its second match against Australia. Love this shot from the Weather Vision network that we have access to here at Fox 6, where, again, we can see the scoreboard pretty clearly. Love that FIFA does it this way. So the name of the stadium for the FIFA World Cup is Seattle Stadium. It's actually Lumen Field, that is home to the Seattle Seahawks, as well as Major League Soccer's Seattle Sounders. When the Seahawks and Sounders play here, I don't think they have the score this prominently featured. So tip of the cap to FIFA for helping us out here. They are in the 61st minute. The United States leads Australia 2-0. If the United States wins, they clinch their spot in the knockout stage. They could still finish first or second in the group, depending upon how Paraguay and Turkey settle their score in the next couple of days. I think that match is played tomorrow. I know it's not played today. Again, 61st minute. Australia is just making an injury sub right now on the pitch there in Seattle as the United States is up 2-0. I keep saying 2-0 like it's a series. It's not a series. It's one game. We take another look at our exclusive fan zone cam down at Nomad World Pub in downtown Milwaukee. This place has been buzzing really since, noon? 1? I mean, perfect Friday for those of you fortunate enough to be like, you know what? I think I'm working the sales shift today. I don't think I need to work the rest of the. Don't think I need to work the rest of the day, and so we're going to switch away from that. I just got some news of some breaking news. Let's take a look at this before we leave you. This is the scene near 60th and Oklahoma. Looks like a crash involving Milwaukee police. We're looking straight at this squad right in front of us where you can see clearly the airbag has been deployed. So our assignment desk alerted us to this just over the last half hour or so. Our photojournalist is there. We are seeing it now. So we have questions into Milwaukee police. I always judge the body language when we arrive to scenes like this. You see the 3 officers here standing rather casually. Would guess that none of them are the involved officer in this crash. We don't know why this would be the case, but as we're looking here at 60th, so this is actually, this is Oklahoma. And so where this squad is pointed is in the opposite direction of traffic. So that could tell us a little bit about perhaps the impact of this crash. I don't see another vehicle. Not sure if there is one behind it, but something that we are keeping our eyes on for sure on this Friday. I got one more thing for you, and this will appease one of our producers. His name is Jeff View. He's a fishing enthusiast. If you know that we've got this this weather vision network of cameras kind of all around to keep an eye on things, and it comes really in handy when we're tracking severe weather, snowstorms, you name it. Perhaps it also comes in handy when things are being worked on. This is Boulder Junction, and we can see that, I believe this is Marty the Muskie? Marvin. Marvin the Muskie? We're checking on that. Either way, this statue of the Muskie atop of this building in Boulder Junction is being painted on. So kind of cool to see the artist doing some of that work up in the northern portion of the state. Just so we're checking and the record's clear. I was correct. It is Marty, not Marvin. I'm not going to tell you who told me that because it doesn't matter. But we got that in there. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Wisconsin Live Desk. We leave you looking at Seattle Stadium. Hope the U.S. holds on.
It really is the final week of football before all teams go on break for the next month and a half ahead of training camp, and we are here to talk all about the latest news on First and North. Hello and welcome into the show. I'm Cassie Carlson. Joining me this week, we have the great Jennifer Hammond from Fox Detroit, Brandon Cruz joining us from Fox Milwaukee, and Pierre Nugent from Fox Minneapolis. Jennifer, I want to start with you because Lions have their two-day mandatory minicamp starting today, and Dan Campbell spoke this morning, gave plenty of updates, including one on tight end Sam Laporta. The big question, is he going to be ready for training camp? What did you hear?
Yeah, you know, it's so interesting, Cassie, because Sam Laporta is one of those guys that has been a key cog in this offense. And as the offense started to slip last year, simultaneously was the same time that Sam Laporta was out of the lineup. I mean, he does so much more than just block. He's a pass catcher. He's a great guy who can create diversion, and he's been so solid for them.